with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge toward because his code can be ignored, just how much TSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. He's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun, his child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending never bills when truth is dead to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty wife and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today, Wednesday, 10th of April 2024. And Philip is having a little debate in his chat about the point of casual matches versus ranked matches. Now, this person up here called Megan, so Fox Mulder, who is Kagome, by the way, in case people didn't realise, Kagome changed her name to Fox Mulder for reasons, whatever. And they're like, oh, Street Fighter doesn't do anything for me anymore, Kagome's tired of fucking fighting games. And Megan saying, oh, that's a shame. It is a stipple of the Dark Side Phil channel. When we have no Street Fighter, it doesn't feel the same. And so Phil chimed in with saying, you are fooling yourself with ranked. I'll be facing the same exact people I'm facing in casual matches. They are all at master level now, even the awful players, lol. And then he says, I will not be playing often enough in ranked to get past the base level of entry, so I won't be facing anybody good. You're just living in a fantasy world. And then he kind of responded to Megan saying, catching up on the Street Fighter 6 gameplay from last night, I can't wait till we get back to ranked. It's missing that element that something is on the line to play for. And Megan responds, in kind, how am I fooling myself? It's more entertaining for me to watch ranked when rankings are on the line. Basically, Phil keeps playing casual because he's too scared to fucking try and play ranked when he's not sharp enough or whatever to fucking play ranked. So yeah, Megan's saying like it's more entertaining to watch ranked when rankings are on the line, and Phil responds, nothing is on the line. The rankings mean nothing when I'm playing so little. People actually into ranking up play the game daily for hours. And Megan says she should have polled, see if ranking is more fun to watch or casual. I bet 80% agree that ranked is more fun. So yeah, Phil did not respond to that particular comeback because Phil doesn't like the idea of a democracy kind of proving him wrong. Can you imagine a democratic fucking vote proving Phil's narrative completely wrong and what the audience fucking want? And I'll still say no, I likely beat my haters on the regular, considering we now know they swap names to keep getting games. Just going to block them from now on. Yeah, Phil, fucking don't let the detractors fucking ruin your precious Street Fighter experience of playing in casual. Phil loves playing in casual, it doesn't mean a fucking thing wherever you want to lose. For God's sake, he's so fucking bizarre. He's such a the mentality and logic of Phil is fucking bizarre. A proud Street Fighter fucking, you know, OG fucking player from back in the fucking day is too scared to fucking play ranked because he doesn't play it enough. Which is his own bloody fault because he is a master of his own schedule. But he can't play all the time because reasons. You know, my audience will get burnt out on Street Fighter. We just had RPG overload, we can't have fighting game overload. Does anybody want to see how bad it was last night for Phil playing Street Fighter? There are a couple of compilations out there. I thought I would stick to a tried and tested method of going with DSP Tried It Memology 101. Already it's almost got 17,000 views. This is popping off, this video. Memology's videos usually do quite well, but this right here is quite high even by his standards already. So yeah, let's see how bad it was. I've not seen this yet, I've heard things. And by the way, in case you're wondering, The day stream got $63, him playing Helldivers. The night stream only got him $41, and I don't know what caused him to make this, but this was made.
Yoga, I go 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 yoga,
and it loops, which is great. It loops as well. It keeps going. That is $41 on the night stream. So no goal was hit on either stream, and yeah, fucking hell, man. And apparently also, I hold on, give me a second. Let me go to Mon Buddy channel for a second, and let me go to my likes, because I'm pretty sure I liked something. Random wake up yoga flatulence. I've not actually heard the shit. Is that edited, or was that genuine? It feels like that was edited. That apparently people are saying that's genuine, or oh my god. Maybe it's included in this, who knows, maybe it's included in the compilation. Oh, I mean, Jesus, I mean. Let's just check it out and see. Okay, let's just check out, you know, how last night went from. I've not seen this yet. I'm looking forward to it, you know. I knew today was going to be fucking good for this sort of shit. Phil did not have a great fucking night. He didn't get a massive amount of tips, so he didn't get the fucking kind of glasses on for playing Street Fighter. No wonder he didn't fucking get many wins. He couldn't see it properly because he couldn't get to wear his kind of glasses. Let's check it out.
Oh, Christopher Franklin, I talk to everyone. I really do. He says I'm...
Is this at 1.5 speed already? It's a bit fast. How about 1.25? Let's just set up for 1.25.
He says, I'm surprised that you're talking to someone who's not like a member. Other chats, you know, people would just get lost if they weren't members or contributors, and he appreciates me talking to him. I talk to everybody. Anyone who tags me in the chat, I try to look at all the tags and respond if I can.
Oh, your chat is usually fucking dead. Nightbot is the fucking most active talker in your fucking chat. Let's get your chat right now, shall we? Let's get your chat right fucking now. Wow, look at it go. It's 1,000,000 miles a fucking minute, guys. Can you keep up? Do you want to try and fucking pause Phil's chat so you guys can read what's being said in this chat right now? I don't want it to go too fast for you guys in case you fucking missed something someone said here. I can try and slow down Phil's chat if you want. Just say the fucking word, guys, and I will slow it down so you guys can keep up with what's going on in Phil's fucking chat. Of course you're gonna fucking talk to anyone. Oh, for God's sake.
And obviously I can't do that every night, but always. You don't have to be a contributor here to have fun, man. I'm not all about that at all. Not one of those people, oh, send me some money, I'll turn on my webcam, become a member, and I'll respond and do a members only stream tonight. There's people, I kid you not, I've seen this on YouTube. You have to do a $5 contribution of some sort to get your question possibly answered. Possibly answered.
And so for some big massive streamers who can't fucking, you know, if it's too impossible to try and pick a random question to fucking chat, that's not unheard of. If somebody's busy playing a fucking game or whatever, and somebody wants to spend that money, let them. Nobody's forcing those people to fucking spend that fucking money to them. I don't know. But yeah, Phil, this is a strange nitpick, considering that people have to fucking pay you money to get unbanned.
Wow. Someone thinks highly of themselves. Oh.
Holy shit, Phil's going live already. What a little bitch. Are you sure about that, D-Dog? Because... D-Dog, I mean... Oh, hold on. Was that fake going live? Ah, it was a fake go. Phil's got... So I'll tell you what's happening here. I'll tell you exactly what's happening here, D-Dog. He's got another stock footage intro to show off. And he's adding it right there. It's another stock footage tunnel fucking Today Show starting thing. So that's him basically adding it to his stream right there. So because Phil doesn't want to do this shit before he goes live. Which is why I had the empty chair as well, because Phil doesn't... apparently studio mode doesn't exist on Phil's OBS, which means everything he does to try and, add things on OBS. There's something called studio mode on OBS, if you're not aware. that means that you can fucking do things without the audience seeing that, because like I press it right now and go to a different source, a different scene, I can amend something that wouldn't be visible to you guys because it's not a live scene. It's like, you know, but Phil doesn't apparently know that, or it's not a part of his OBS that he's currently got because it's too old or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's basically just Phil adding fucking another stock footage intro. But he's still doing his regular shitey fucking pre-stream fucking warm-up act of just letting people just watch him and all his sideshow thing. Let's get on with seeing Phil rage insult in Street Fighter.
Oh my god. Well, then I can do it again. Her punch does all my moves from that range, and she has drive rush option select, and I can't interrupt it. Oh, no double back kick. I don't get my move. Wow, it's dropping my moves left and right now. That's 2 incorrect moves I didn't do. Jumping medium kick, low medium kick, and I was buffering punch. I never even pressed a punch. It gave me dragon punch. She landed on it. Wow. That I can do. Where's mine? I didn't get it. She just did walk up drive impact. I did low medium punch, canceled into my drive impact. I don't get my cancel. She gets free hit. Lame. Lame ending. That's freaking lame. Damn, I didn't know that. Lame bullshit ending. Unearned, just walk forward, insanely risky move. If I had the reactions that I had months ago, I probably would have stuffed that and won, but I don't. So super lame gameplay. You got lucky as shit. Shitty start, and again, totally showing right from the get-go what Dalton's problems are. He can't get out of the fucking corner. He can't. He has no real good options. Drive reversal is not a good option. Everyone baits it. Can't teleport out. It's too slow. Can't fucking do anything, really. Like, all you can do is parry and guess, and if you have someone with throw mix-ups, he can't do anything. Every time she did punch, drive rush, that was insane free for her. She could either do throw or just a hit string, and it's double safe. I can't do anything about throw, drive rush.
Here comes a new challenger.
Well, here's one of the worst matchups for Dalsim, for sure. I feel like this 100% is his worst matchup. I've always felt that way.
Apparently, this person, so this Kami made Phil rage quite apparently. I can't wait to see. I'm looking forward to this, but apparently this Kami was quite a legendary fucking. Well, no, I mean, apparently they started playing the game. Like, I've seen a tweet from them. I don't know if it's like on here somewhere or whatever. I don't know how easy it is if I can find. But I've seen like a screenshot of a tweet from them saying, oh, here, look at that, here it is. I'm the Kami in the clip. Street Fighter 6 is my first fighting game. I started playing last September after seeing Piece of Peace free streams and figured why not give it a shot. They've only been playing since September, and apparently they made Phil completely rage quit. Let's see for ourselves just how bad a beating it was for Phil.
Round 1.
I mean, so far Phil's dominating.
Press jab, nothing. Again, what am I supposed to do? I'm pressing the button, nothing happens, so she's gonna get advantage. There's nothing I can do now. I'm in the corner.
So it seems like Phil is not prepared to defend against grabs and throws. Strikes not, he seemed very prepared for, but whenever Kami just started doing the grabs and throws, Phil's like, oh no, there's nothing I can do.
Didn't even do that. I tried to do drive reversal, the game dropped it and gave me the drive impact late instead because I'm playing online. This is ridiculous. You haven't even hit me once legit in this round. She literally didn't hit me once legit in the whole fucking round. That's so lame. I can't get out of the corner. I didn't do that. I did drive reversal, and it gives me that instead. That's twice in a row I can't get my drive reversal. It gives me drive impact. There's just no point in playing against Kami. If the game won't give you every single possible move that you're inputting, you lose every time to a Kami player. This is just a waste of time. Wow!
Wow!
Walk up cannon spike. Stuffs me completely. What a great match. I'm pressing the button to interrupt, but the game drops the input because I'm playing online. It gives her the advantage for mashing throw.
It's so Sam the man in chat, Sam man 96 is saying that he should show his inputs so he can have proof the game is dropping moves. The thing about that is there is every single fight you have in this. I don't know if it's the case in casual matches. I'm not sure if it's true for casual matches, but ranked matches, I believe your replays get saved automatically to like the servers on, you know, and that is why some people actually are able to analyze Phil's fighting game footage and they can choose to have the input shown on the screen. But Phil has claimed that this is not accurate to what he's pressing. So even though there's a feature in this game that has the ability to be able to review replays of anyone and it plays the fucking game and see what I'm fucking pressing, not shit, Phil says that the recorded inputs that the game is recording are wrong. Apparently, it's not what Phil presses, even though that's what the game is saying and reading that he's pressed. The most likely explanation is Phil's wee fucking fat fingers just fucking press the wrong fucking things and he can't fucking take that he was actually inaccurate with his button presses.
Thing I can do. This is such trash gameplay, see? Do you want to...
He rage quit! He rage quit! Hold on. It was like the wee quickest teabag in the world there.
Thing I can do. This is such trash gameplay, see? Do you want to teabag me, huh? You can go fuck yourself. Fucking idiot. You're a trash player. You're
a rage quitter, Phil. You're a goddamn rage quitter. Fucking running away from somebody just because they fucking crouched fucking 3 fucking times.
Trash player playing pattern cami, online with lag, dropping half my moves, and you're gonna teabag me? No, you're gonna get blocked and I'm never playing you again. You fucking idiot. What a loser. What a fucking loser.
Nice rage quit, Phil.
It's the same shit over and over. I told you, Cammy 100% stop style seam, and if I can't even get one drive reversal out of the corner, I'll never get out of the corner. So there's no point in playing the match. There's literally no point in playing the match at all. It's just a waste of my time. I'll just move on to the next and bam.
Well, Phil's going live apparently, for real this time. Look at this fucking stock intro fucking thing. Can't wait for fucking Pullman's Future to find us in 20 fucking seconds again. So it's just generic fucking free stock template fucking tunnel shit that Phil's given, and Phil's thinking to himself, wow, a fan made this for me. Wow, they're so skilled. Anyone can fucking use that fucking free shit, Phil. Taco's also saying the source of the stock is in Discord now. Wow, really? Well, let me have a wee look. Taco's all found it already. So it is. Well, bugger me. So this is it. This is the exact thing that Phil is using. So this is a website called Pexels. So Jesus, man. Damn cookies. So yeah, website called Pexels. Free to use. Look at that shit. Free to use. Jesus. And guys, there's different colours. You can have this kind of tunnel, that kind of tunnel, that kind of tunnel, that kind. Was Phil just giving the generic one? Tunnel motions. Oh, for God's sake, man. Oh, it's beautiful. So is that one Phil's using? Oops, sorry. So Phil's using this one, which is that one, isn't it? Oh, fucking hold on, where is it? Over here. Go over here. Just here next to yeah. Phil is using that one. Same colour scheme and everything. So even before, we've not even started bingo yet, and Tacozilla found it within, like, I wasn't even finished saying I can't wait for somebody to find it, and Tacozilla fucking found it. Impressive. And very impressive. Let's keep watching Phil rage at Street Fighter 6, shall we, and build up some speed up juice for the bingo. Because I want to see Phil cry and bitch and whine even more.
And the person who wants to teabag because they're a piece of human dog shit. What a piece of shit.
They're a piece of human dog shit. Okay, Phil, good one.
I'm not wasting time with them. See, I'll finish all ranked matches, but I'm not gonna waste my fucking time in casual matches with that shit. What are you, fucking nuts? A troll who wants to teabag because you're a fucking loser playing a pattern purposefully with your bad internet connection? Go fuck yourself. What a waste of time. Wow, seriously? He's going to land into a meaty flame and do a reversal level 3. Look at that again. He wins twice the same way. The thing Dalsim can't stop. You can't stop walk up throw with Dalsim. He has no reversal. So you have to guess and mash throw, or he gets a free throw. There's no skill to that. Why am I getting hit? Literally, he just stands there pressing punch. I can't do anything. He's just walking forward going like this. I can't do anything. He stops all my fucking shit. I get locked.
Have you tried block and punch? Just an idea, Phil, but try and block the strikes.
Down by walk forward, press button, press button, press button. Oh my god. At least he wasted his level 3. Oh my god, he didn't do anything right. Nothing I can do. Can't stop walk up throw. Nothing I can do. You can't stop walk up throw. Nothing you can do. You have to match or get. You just cannot react to it.
Isn't that the kind of point of fighting games in general, or any kind of competitive game where you're one-on-one with somebody? You're trying to fucking guess their move. Are they going to kick you? Are they going to punch you? Are they going to go high? Are they going to go low? Are they going to go throw? Are they going to do a grab? That's literally the whole point. It is a guess. It is literally a guess of what what your opponent could fucking do. And Phil, you guessed wrong. You thought they were going to do something, they did something else. You could have done something if you went and guessed what they're going to do, but you didn't. Basically, you got outplayed, son.
Game, and I didn't do anything. I lost to absolutely fucking nothing. To mind-numbing nonsense gameplay. That game fucking sucks, dude.
The game sucks, alright? It does. Just face it, this game sucks. It really does.
I'm just gonna keep walk up throwing because I know there's nothing you can do online to walk up throw besides mash early. Wow, you're a great player. Again, this game is terrible online in a competitive capacity. There is no way to react to that throw and break it. You have to guess he's gonna do it and be mashing the punches early, or mashing the buttons early. It's trash. Offline, I'm sure you can react to it. Online, you can't. So get away with walk up.
Phil is absolutely sure he can react to it offline, despite never showing himself playing this game offline ever. But every single time Phil has played this game, as far as the internet's concerned, it's been an online experience. I don't know if Phil has ever played this game offline, except maybe with Kat, briefly. And even then, she's not exactly fucking much to beat, is she?
Throw 3 times in a row, now I'm at a disadvantage. Get one lucky hit, you win. It's fucking scrub gameplay again. Bullshit! Fuck you. Terrible player. Terrible player in an awful laggy fucking environment. Fuck you. Fucking scrubs suck, man. I hate this shit. I do the same move over and over. Oh, look. 1 second of fucking lag. Oh, I'm good. I'm playing Tekken now. Fucking idiots. She literally did the same move over and over. I can't do anything about it because the fucking 1 second delay in the game. Fucking retards. Scrubs, and more fucking scrubs. They suck. It's terrible. It's atrocious to see that shit, but that's the online play of this game. Just get lucky, walk forward, mash, man. Oh, yeah. I know you can't fucking beat this because it's online, baby. Well, thank you, 672, for a super chat. Shut the fuck up about Ragethon. I'm not playing that now. Yep, I'm toxic. And Mr. AG107 did a super chat. Says, go to a tournament? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Look, Phil, casual play, like, what's in it for the audience watching you play casual? What's in it for the audience? Because, like, there's nothing at stake here. Could Phil lose some ranking points, or will he gain points? Is he going to get closer to the elite level of, you know, what's beyond master? Well, no, there's nothing on the line here. There's nothing for the audience to get invested in.
That's never happening. Oh my god, she stuffed it. Now she gets level 3 and she wins. She wins now. Because of one stuff. This is gonna kill me. Because it stuffed it, which shouldn't happen. Oh, ridiculous. What a stupid character. What a stupid character. That is insanity. All because of a move I didn't want again. That's what I did. Are you kidding? I didn't do that at all. I didn't do that at all. And now I'm going to lose because of it. Because he gave me a move I didn't do and I can't get out of the corner. Complete bullshit. Now I'm dead. Oh my god, again. It's so nonsensical. You didn't earn the hits. You're so lucky. Fucking nonsense, dude. I'm tired of it. 'Cause I gotta play perfect, and she could just mash through shit and get lucky as fuck. I was like, why do I gotta play fucking perfect? So I lead, I go to throw. I get nothing. She just mashes jab and gets hit. Again, she just smash. She's just mashing. Again! She keeps smashing buttons and it hits. Again with stupid bullshit. I'm done. No matter what, she can keep attacking and I can't do anything. Because I'm Dalsim, I have to be absolutely perfect. The stupid netcode says, if she just keeps doing this, it's just gonna always hit. Because the fucking character build allows her to keep mashing the punch. It's fucking trash, dude. You didn't outplay me at all. Your fucking stupid character is so dumb. Of course you can just do that from full screen. Look at their damage off of a mash to drive impact. I'm not doing anything, I'm in block. Of course, any other character that would work, but it doesn't work against her. Mash punch, what did I say? Just mash punch. Stop all my moves by mashing media, Crap gameplay. Fucking crap gameplay, dude. Mash punch. No, I don't get mine. As soon as I see hers, I input. I don't get mine.
Hey, look, Phil, you got yours.
I can't do anything again. She's still mashing. Yo, she's still mashing buttons. You still...
Phil, if you know they're going to mash buttons and you have no defense for it, then your defense is fucking pish. I don't play fighting games, but I fucking know that if you can lose to just simple random button mashing, then you are clearly doing something wrong defensively to counteract that.
You haven't done a single thing to impress me. You mashed your fucking buttons that much. I can't do shit. It's endless strings, and you can't beat it online because you can't time your shit. And then when you fucking get it perfect, your move drops. Like, fuck this game, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ghost Games. You dumb fucking ass cuck fucking pieces of fucking shit. You guys couldn't make a fucking bitch.
Thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the super chat, who says, don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the netcode. See, I thought you were going to say blame it on Boogie, you know, as in big fat bugger Boogie, you know, the lol cow, you know what I mean? You could have blamed it on the actual Boogie, you know, but yeah, still. Good one though, good one, there you go. Cheers for the super chat, Grease Monkey. There's any reason, any excuse I get to fucking try and pretend I can fucking sing is fucking alright in my book, you know, so yeah, cheers for encouraging me to fucking, you know, traumatise the audience with some of my robust singing skills.
Ghost Games, you dumb fucking ass cuck fucking pieces of fucking shit. You guys couldn't make a fucking video game if someone handed you a completed one.
Good one, Phil.
Press the button and drop it completely. It's dropping, dude. It dropped again. It dropped a fucking game. It's ridiculous how many drops this fucking game has online.
Because my moves drop all the time in this online for some reason. He's winning. It's fucking horseshit. It's like drop a move, drop a move, drop a move.
I like that. Can't do anything. Throw mix-up. Can't get out. Yeah, he can't get out of throw mix-ups at all. He has no way. He has no reversal to get out of throw mix-up. He can't teleport. He can't do anything. He can't get out of the throw mix-up. It's his biggest weakness. So I lost because it dropped all my fucking things at the end of round one. So lame. No parry. No parry again. No parry a third time. 3 in a row. Drop parries. No fucking move. Oh my god, dude. Right. Cannot parry. It won't parry. I parried that. This is trash. I don't want to play anymore. Why do I want to play if all my moves don't come out? How can I play a fucking fighting game? There, again, I did mine. As soon as you saw the animation, I did mine. Mine doesn't come out ever. I'm not attacking, but she hit me with that punch. I literally wasn't doing anything.
Maybe that's why you got hit by that punch in, Phil, because you literally weren't doing anything. You tried blocking or countering it or something. Just, it might help.
I just give up. There's no point. I wanted to end on a good set. I haven't. It's been 3 fucking...
I wanted to end on a good set. How much overtime did Phil do? before he finally got a fucking victory to say, great, I can end it now.
Sets in a row where none of my shit will consistently come out, so I can't win. It's drop move, drop move, drop move. I get so frustrated. Why do I want to keep fucking playing this game? Your game sucks. Your game is still a piece of fucking donkey shit.
Jesus, man, that was a very angry, toxic compilation there. Phil was not a very happy chappy last night whatsoever. And of course, people want to see it again. Let's go to his channel and see if, where is it? Where's the short thing? I don't know where it is. This is still bizarre to me. Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know the origin of this. I don't know who made it. Usually, Gameface Gaming just does the graphics, a picture. But this was his basically. This was a summary of Phil's night stream. I had to play it again, it's just too cool. I mean, there's something hypnotic about this. Is it weird that it's like, kind of like relaxing, but at the same time irritating? It's like, it's weird. It's like it's annoying, and yet there's something. What about? That's so weird. That's so weird. Anyway, let's just get bingo going now. Let's just prepare for bingo, and of course for bingo we need a number. We need a number for the bingo card. So the first number in chat I see will be what I use for today's bingo card. Eric Resner with a random fucking hold on, there you are there. Eric Resner says 972 Battle of Sardinia. I have no idea what the fuck that is, but technically you're the first number in chat I saw, so I'm going to use that 972 number. So cheers, Eric, for the number. I've stayed with So Anyway for the centre square. And yeah, hopefully it will come good today and give us the full house bingo. So this is the bingo card we have for today's show. We need Phil to hold on. Did I randomise a bingo background picture as well? I'll just do it somewhere in case. Cool. So this is today's bingo card. We need Phil to say Q&A, or do Q&A even. Him to say idiot is what it is, oh, and him being all clown mode. The second row is Phil being all siege mode, which is where he folds and crosses his arms. Him touching his ear. Him saying meaningful. Him showing some YouTuber jealousy, and him smacking his lips. The third row is Phil saying chill, him bumping the microphone. Him saying so anyway. Him saying new games, and him being all defense mode. The fourth row is Phil saying voted friend, alright, fuck, and him touching his eye. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying necessarily, million, you see, him chewing some water, and finally him saying something style, RPG style, Gangnam style, whatever, it would all count. So yeah, that's the bingo card we have for today, and thank you to Eric for helping me pick it. If it doesn't win, we know who to fucking blame, no pressure though. And of course, the aim of the game, as you guys all know by now, is for us to try and get a full house 25 out of 25 on a bingo board you see before you on the screen. And if we manage to do that, we will add $25 to the bingo prize fund, which is currently sitting at 75 buckaroos. That's right, if we win today, we will have triple digits. 100 smackaroonies we will have today for the bingo prize fund should we win. And yeah, obviously the aim of the game for that is at the end of the month, wherever the bingo prize fund will be, we'll have a marble race, and whoever wins that marble race gets to have the bingo prize fund. But if you want to be in that marble race, you've got to make sure you've left a comment on a community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you've already left a comment on it, don't fucking do it again. That shit gets annoying. The multiple names I see on there sometimes where fucking people trying to fucking put a name on there twice and 3 times, it's annoying as shit, so don't do it. If you've done it already, don't worry, you're still on there. Calm the fuck down. And so there you go. Add your name if you've not done it yet. You've got until the end of the month before the next marble race to determine the next bingo prize winner. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for his shitey YouTube channel, that gives us a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only is that a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate 100 likes. Big ups to Damien Anderson because they said today is my birthday and I hope to share my good fortune for a bingo today. Well, happy birthday, Damien. Hopefully you can bring us some birthday joy, some birthday luck, and we can get the full house bingo to make it one of the most robust birthdays ever. On that note, let me press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle.
Scotland forever!
Let time go. For fuck's sake, I didn't even have a fucking proper intro. I'll just skip past it. Skip. Fucking skip some fucking more. About 1 point, no, normal speed. 1.25 speed. Fucking get through this shit. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. At time go. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's time for the Level 1 podcast. It's time for my final podcast of the week and my final streaming day of the week, as it is Wednesday. And as you know, typically, Wednesday, last day before my day off. Which
Who
is
fucking
Thursday.
cares?
This week originally was going to change because of my anniversary, my wedding anniversary, that is, because it's today. But my wife's work schedule changed and shuffled everything around, and so we decided we're going to go out tomorrow. And so because of that, here I am for my final consecutive streaming day of the week. So, it is time to chill with Phil on the show, and we'll talk a little bit about how everything is going. Nothing too crazy major to discuss today. In reality, everything's going pretty swimmingly good, although some things are going as I predicted, and we'll talk a little bit about that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It just means that a lot of these games that get viral popularity don't get viral popularity when I play them.
Helldivers is at great risk of being yeeted to the Shadow Realm because Phil wasn't given 100 buckaroos for playing it. Oh, what the fuck's that super chat all about in Phil's stream? Poopy Pajamas just got leaned. And I think it was an Argentinian style super chat as well, so it's probably worth like fucking pennies to Phil. It's nothing about fucking pooping yourself on stream or some pish. What the fuck, man? But yeah, that's a waste of like fucking 20 pence or something. I don't even know how much it fucking was, but yeah. That shit got leaned. Sadly, lean and ban is not on the card today, otherwise we're going to tick that off.
This happens almost every single time. And I want to reiterate that for everyone, that you guys seem to think that I am the same as everybody else, and I'm not. I'm very different from most other content creators, especially when it comes to covering certain kinds of games. And we'll talk about that in a sec, all right? By the way, again, this is not me bitching or anything. This is just me knowing that, but literally hearing otherwise from people for 2-3 months and then basically having it be confirmed, right?
Oh, Phil, so this hype new game called Helldivers, you started playing it once the hype started to die down a little bit. The game was hype, you know, like weeks ago. And you said, no, I can't touch it right now. RPG overload over there. So why are you surprised that the hype died? And also, you said the same thing for Baldur's Gate 3 and that shit carried your channel for months.
So, anyway, welcome to the show.
Hey, so anyway, hey, yeah.
Burger.
Yeah, we're going to take it off straight away. So anyway, fuck you, Phil.
Burger.
And take that as well. Because you try and fucking say, I'm not like other content creators. That's definitely defense mode.
Hello, everybody. Today is April 10th, 2024. And today is an...
So the super chat apparently said, so thank you Grease Monkey for the super chat, going back and checking it. The super chat said, speaking of viral shits on the internet, you got to stop pooping yourself on camera, and imagine if you leaned while doing it, truly would be toxic. So that got leaned. That Argentinian style super chat was instantly leaned. Also this fucking face. How do my pauses somehow fucking find Phil's most ridiculous fucking expressions and faces? I don't know. This is a gift and a curse, and also it's just dumb bloody luck. A strange thing to be lucky in, but I guess it is what it is. Nothing I can do. Let's see how that looks with the background removed. Oh boy, look at that. Fantastic. Let me just yeet that towards my members so they can do unspeakable things to it. And there we go. My members now have that to do with as they wish. Oh, for God's sake, Phil. Well, by the way, we have otters in standby should we need them. They're a bit shy right now, but trust me, they are there somewhere. There you go. Everyone just one jumped up on cue. Thank you, random otter. Let's get on with the bingo.
Offline gameplay day. Yesterday was an all online gameplay day with Helldivers 2 and Street Fighter 6. Today is offline progress with Elden Ring and more of Alone in the Dark, the second run now with Emily, the other character, to get some alternate choices and alternate gameplay stuff going on. So, by the way, I just want to say, if you haven't noticed, I've been trying to adjust the camera differently. So I adjusted the camera to have more of me on camera, but now, as you can see, the lighting is really bright down there.
See, I noticed that as well, because to me, it's like the top of Phil's head on, you know, so from my setup anyway, also I got different, like, you know, camera things. If Phil does like his day off thing, I change the settings to go full out. But yeah, he's more, yeah, there's more of him essentially on the screen, which means that the top of his head is cut off in this view. But now you can see the fucking LED lights in the bottom corner there. Down here, he's pointing down here. You can see the fucking lights down there. Oh no. Yeah, Phil, that's not a new thing. When you first got those lights given to you, and you tested them out, you knew that was a problem instantly, and so you thought, oh, we got to make sure the camera's pointed a bit up the way then. So yeah, this is not a new problem, Phil. You knew this already. I guess you just fucking forgot because you're a dumb son of a bitch.
So is that bothering anybody? Kind of bothers me. I'm thinking maybe I should adjust the camera again and have it pan slightly back up, right? Like maybe if I do like that.
Who fucking cares?
Because that's legitimately bothering me. Having that burst of light coming out of the LED like that is just...
Isn't that its sole fucking purpose? Imagine a light having a burst of light. Like, how dare that light, that LED light, emit light? Outrageous behaviour from that LED light to emit light like that.
Distracting me. I'm looking at my own podcast and getting distracted. Well, we'll see. It's always constant changes and improvement around here. I keep tweaking stuff to check.
It's always constant changes and improvement. I slightly lowered my camera. This was a back-breaking amount of labour. Please give me money now because I slightly lowered my camera. Oh my god, the change didn't work. Let me slightly put it back up the way again. Oh my god, the back-breaking improvements I'm making to the stream for you guys is unprecedented. Please give me more money now. I moved my camera slightly down and slightly up. And Phil's calling improvements.
Well, we'll see. It's always constant changes and improvement around here. I keep tweaking stuff to try to get it better. With this new pop guard that's different, it changed the frame, and then I started changing the camera around, and now I'm looking, I'm like, why can I could see the LED strip down there. It's bright, right? Anyway, so yeah. So basically, today is all offline gameplay as we're doing the second run through the game, which is going to be much faster than the first one was. We'll talk about that in a bit when we get to the schedule. And then after that's my day off, which I'm gonna have a nice day out with my wife tomorrow. And when I come back on Friday, it's more of this balance between multiplayer, single player. Although I'm excited because number one, my wife and I are gonna watch the Fallout TV show that starts tonight. If you're not aware, Fallout, the TV series, is on Prime Video starting tonight at 6 p.m. and it's all 8 episodes. So we're gonna watch some of that together tonight. And then we're gonna probably watch the whole series over the course of the weekend-ish. And I'll probably review it for DSP Reacts. So that's something exciting. We love Fallout. Exciting to see it converted into a TV series. Hopefully it's good. In addition to that, on Saturday night, we're going to be doing co-op for the first time in ages now. Almost 2 months, right? Actually, it is 2 months now. With the Beyond Two Souls playthrough that's coming up.
It's not really co-op, but whatever.
So there's going to be some good stuff coming up that I'm excited for. And I hope that you guys will join me for it. Over the course of this next week, along with all the other gameplay that's happening. Good balance of stuff, okay? Speaking of Fallout, I guess we should just talk about Fallout in general. FYI, yesterday, my Fallout playthrough from 2008 began its run as an upscaled, remastered playthrough over on DSP Throwback. This is my channel where all my old playthroughs are either being re-uploaded so you can watch them again because they were deleted from the internet at some point, or they're being upgraded and remastered for a modern audience with better visuals, more clarity in the audio, upscaling, better frame rate, like all these huge improvements, okay? So, FYI, part 1 of Fallout 3.
Okay, give me a second, guys. Give me 1 wee second here. Just gonna add FYI to the fucking bingo list of words. I'm not even gonna fucking have it as a fucking, let's use it as a sentence square just in case now. FYI has been added right fucking now to my list of fucking bingo words as a potential square in the future. Starting, so from the very next bingo onwards, FYI is a potential square right off the fucking bat.
My 2008 run went live yesterday morning. So far, people love it. Overwhelmingly positive comments on it. People saying, wow, it's so cool to see this back, but now it looks so different because my original run was a 480p digital camera from the early 2000s pointed at a 720p widescreen TV from an angle to try to fit the frame into the camera frame. It was blurry. It sounded and looked absolutely awful, but people loved the commentary and the gameplay, so the playthrough ended up being one of my most legendary ones over the years, and it actually was my first ever RPG playthrough nearly 16 years ago. So, having this now become widescreen, HD, 60 frames, fully restored to like an epic, almost direct capture quality is pretty damn cool. And I hope that you guys are enjoying it. Like I said, part 1, people seem to really like and are looking for more. FYI, there is more coming, okay? There absolutely is more coming. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's on, when it's coming. And I think the next part maybe tomorrow. No guarantees, because these Fallout videos, basically here's how it works. It's got to get into a rhythm. correct? We got to get it down pat so that when these videos all get adjusted, it's the same kind of template to do it. Because once the template is centered in and working properly, then you can literally just take every raw video and slap it in, slap it in, slap it in, convert, you're done. But right now, we're kind of in the early stages of trying to get this perfected. So
we're in the early stages, so you're not doing shit. You're letting other people fucking do all the hard work for you, and then you're fucking profiting off their hard work, and they're not getting a fucking penny. That doesn't sound very fair, does it?
it's tough. It's tough work. And I'm hoping that it does get smoother over time. You know, this is going to be a 22-hour playthrough similar to the Red Dead Redemption playthrough. So it's going to take a lot of time, and I don't want this to end up being, you know, a huge project problem because it's so much work. But man, it's going to look and sound so freaking different. I actually cannot wait to re-experience this playthrough with all of you. So it's going to be great. Check it out. Part 1 already live. And then, you know, more parts coming hopefully later this week. In the meantime, Final Fantasy 13 is continuing over there if you're interested. And that's going to alternate every other day. You know, hopefully with Fallout 3. But again, the Fallout 3 stuff may take a little longer dependent. We'll see what happens with that, okay? So it's kind of like Fallout Mania right now, because you got the Fallout TV series that's going to be the talk of the town the next week, and my Fallout playthrough coming out at the same time. Pretty neat. Okay, so what I would like to do is recap yesterday, because I have a few interesting things to say about yesterday's multiplayer, some of which is I'm not surprised whatsoever at Helldivers 2 and what's going on with it currently. Nor am I surprised at Street Fighter 6, honestly. But I'm having a good time with each. So here's the deal. Helldivers 2 came out in, what, February? And when it came out, no one knew what the hell it was. And then all of a sudden, within a week, it was a giant internet meme. Everyone was talking about it. It became the virally popular game. And at that time, people were like, are you going to play it? And I was like, well, no, from my understanding, it's a team-based game where you need to have a team where you're coordinated and you're talking with your team to really do anything, you know, efficiently. And I don't play team-based games. I've tried them in the past, like Destiny and Apex Legends, and they've worked. But as I've played them, people told me they didn't like that. The feedback was, when you stream, we like being interactive with you. So when you're streaming any game, we want to be able to talk with you. We want shout outs. We want that level of personal interaction. That's the reason we watch you stream, because of the social aspect, not always necessarily because of the game you're playing. So if you're teaming up with other people and you're interacting with them and you're talking with them in a party, you're not interacting with us.
That is one of the worst ever takes I've ever heard of somebody choosing not to do multiplayer content with other people. Like, Phil's like, I can't ever have anybody else be a part of my content because my community might get offended. That's so bizarre. That's like you guys fucking being angry to have a guest. Oh, King Jazz got a fucking guest in the bingo. He's not going to talk to us as much because he's got somebody fucking actually to talk to properly on a microphone conversation. Phil, your argument is dumb as shit. Your deadheads are dumb as shit as well, if any of them actually fucking said that to you.
You're basically kind of ignoring us, and that's not fun. And that's what happened. Like Apex Legends, the first couple streams I did of it, people liked, and then after that, I got better at the game and was winning games with my party, and people were like, this is boring, stop playing the game, so I did. Okay? So, I really haven't done anything team-based in ages, and that's why I didn't initially play Helldivers 2. Well, as you know, I got inundated with RPGs for 2.5-3 months. Finally, we finished them up, and we're looking for variety on the channel, and people are like, play Helldivers 2. I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna see if what you guys are saying is true, that I could play it as a drop-in, drop-out game rather than having an established party.
But you can.
For the most part, the answer is yes. Although I could definitely see that the game would be much better with an established party of people you can trust and you can communicate with. It definitely still works when you drop in, drop out. It's just kind of half. I think it's like half potential. Definitely, this is a game that if you have 4 people you're always playing with, or maybe a group of 5 or 6 and you're always rotating around, then...
You mean like friends, Phil? Say the fucking word, you fucking dick.
Fuck you and your friends. You're going to get better. You're going to have that camaraderie. You're going to each have a certain role in the team, right? Depending on your loadouts and stuff. And I definitely think that this game works. But again, does it work for someone like me? And the answer is kind of. All right. I like the game. I've now played it 6 hours, and I'm unlocking new loadouts, new guns, new stratagems. You know, learning more about the game. I mean, yeah.
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much to Profit for the super chat. It says, Sunday, you and I will play Rocket League while you do bingo. You actually want to play me at Rocket League finally? Yeah, man, that's I can manage that. I can start streaming a bit earlier than usual, maybe beat your ass at Rocket League a few times and embarrass you and humiliate you. That's no problem. We will talk. We will talk behind the scenes and see if you are serious about that or not.
And I'm unlocking new loadouts, new guns, new stratagems. You know, learning more about the game. I mean, yesterday, I played a solo match because my teammate dropped and no one else was able to be summoned in for.
Why did Phil stream freeze for me? Profit, are you DDoSing me again? You dirty bastard. How dare you DDoS me when I'm trying to do a wholesome, meaningful bingo stream. Somebody tell that bad bald man to stop fucking DDoSing me and attacking my stream just because I can whip his arse at Rocket League easily. Phil's dented, busted ass alien broke the fucking stream. Nothing I could do, dude. Bugged fucking, you know, receding hairline mechanics. What the fuck's going on? For God's sake. I'm just gonna... Okay, hold on, let me see if I can fix this. 2 seconds, give me a second.
Oh my god, what's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for the super chat. He says his co-op partners are always funnier. He hates it. Yeah, a lot of times people prefer, essentially, like... There's usually like one person within his little co-op party who seem to be quite more entertaining than him, and the audience grasp onto that quite quickly, and so they become quite popular with the chat. And the chat are like, yeah, let's talk to so and so, let's hear from so and so, and get their fucking take. And Phil doesn't like it when other people, especially on his own streams and his own content, which he controls, are then the centre of attention. I can imagine that, I mean, he hated it when Liana did it. Remember when Liana started doing that shit? You know, she tried a bit more, she was a bit kind of in Phil's territory, in Phil's space, and like Phil's like all awkward about it, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, when Liana tried to fucking basically kind of be a bit attention grabbing on Phil's content back in the fucking day, he wasn't pleased about it, seemed, you know what I mean? Because, but yeah, but everyone seemed to fucking hate Liana, so it didn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's just, Phil hates not being a center of attention. He has to get all the attention.
Learning more about the game. I mean, yesterday, shit, I played a solo match because my teammate dropped and no one else was able to be summoned in for some odd reason. I played a solo match for like 25 minutes. I survived an incredibly long time by myself. I jumped off of a tower that I shouldn't have been able to drop onto. It was a glitch. And I survived the landing, and it was hilarious. Like, everyone enjoyed that match, including me. But it's undeniable that this game is meant to be a team-based game, and I don't do team gameplay. I don't, okay? So it's funny because the first stream that I played last week as a night stream, impromptu, got insane amount of views, insane amount of support. Everyone's freaking out. I played it for an hour during my birthday stream and did okay. Yesterday, it was like just a normal day stream. Like, the hype is already completely gone from this game. It was like the normal amount of attendance, the normal amount of regular support that I would just get for a daytime stream. Okay? And now I'm looking at the videos, and the video views are terrible. Like, no exaggeration, it's been 24 hours. The videos have been live, or close to that. Some of them don't even have like 300 views.
It's a good job in ad revenue isn't that fucking important anymore because you're barely making anything in ad revenue. Phil has told everyone that he makes pennies these days on ad revenue.
Oh my god, what's up?
Thank you very much to Cell Shader for the super chat. It says tap natch content, my dude. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Cell Shader, for the super chat. And yeah, I'm glad you appreciate the content. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can get a full house bingo. So we can, it'll be worth enduring Phil's bullshit narrative if we can get the full house bingo today.
You know, it's just as if I was playing an RPG, basically, is the point I'm making here.
The point you're making is you want us fucking more money for it, and the fucking money is not fucking flowing out everyone's fucking pockets into your fucking pockets, so you're fucking bitching and whining and moaning and crying and fucking doing everything you can to fucking say, I'm going to threaten this game with a wage quit, and if you dents don't fucking step up and contribute more. Let's check out his fucking videos for Helldivers, shall we? 241 views, 335 views, and 433 views. Now let's go back in time to when I last played Helldivers. 2k views and 2.5k views. That was 6 days ago. Phil, you would be insane to fucking drop Helldivers, I think, at this point. Because look at the videos around it and the views are getting. And like, Phil got 2,000 plus views on these 2 videos. Like, nothing around it has come close to that. Look, I'm scrolling down. Can you see anything else with fucking 2k views when I get older, back in time with more and more videos? We just had more time to get more views. Alone in the Dark, part 1. That's it. That is it. So Phil, nah, you would be dumb as hell, in my opinion, to just randomly drop Helldivers. Your birthday one got 1.1k views. Phil, give it time. It's not even 24 fucking hours. Jesus Christ, there's no satisfying the little piggy. What about Street Fighter 6? 181 views. Are you gonna fucking threaten that game as well? Of course you won't, because you're a little fucking bitch and you fucking can't let go of that game and relive the glory days of when you're a fucking semi-decent to a fucking broken ass turbo, super turbo, you know, broken version in the game. Some strange port of it. It's just... Basically, the greedy pig wants more money. That's it. That's basically the fucking recap of the schedule. The Phil wants more money.
This game is meant for people who are virally popular streamers who team up with other people on the internet and have an established party and have that communication, and people like to see that social interaction of those people. That's what
That sounds like people being friends. Just say the word friend. That's all I want you to do.
this game is for. That's what it's made for. It's obvious that's what it's fucking designed for. This is what I was getting at 2 months ago when people sit here and demanded that I play this game, and man, I'm really missing out. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I know what the game is. The game is great. I know that. I've seen people play it. It looks good. It's not for me because this is not the kind of game that fits my content. And people still yelled at me, you're playing shitty RPGs instead of Helldivers 2. It's your fault your views are down and this or that. All right? Here's the deal. I know what works and what doesn't on this channel.
No, you fucking don't. You fucking told everyone it was your fucking mistake to play so many RPGs at once, and you killed your fucking channel playing so many RPGs. If you fucking know all this shit, Phil, then why did you fucking choose to kill your fucking channel for 3 months playing Baldur's Gate and killing your channel? Yeah, are you saying you intentionally sabotage your own channel just so you can make a fucking point or something? If you claim to have fucking known all this, then why did you fucking do it, you dumb bastard?
I knew Baldur's Gate 3 would tank this channel. I'm not stupid. I called it last year. I said a game that's 140 hours long will never work for this channel, and I was right. At first, the first 1 to 2 weeks, it worked great, and then after that, boo! And this channel's views and engagement tanked, playing Baldur's Gate 3 for 3-4 months in a row until it was done. All right? Same thing with these online multiplayer memer games. These were, Among Us, right? Again, you're playing with friends, you're playing with a party online, you're interacting, talking, or whatever. It works. It would never work if I played Among Us. It would be the most boring fucking thing. You'd like to see me play it one session, and then that would be it. These games don't work for me because I'm not the same as the big memer, streamer fucking people that everyone thinks is so popular, a million view people, that's not me.
A million view people.
Burger.
You want to know something interesting about that particular bingo square? It's an interesting number.
Jesus!
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. But guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up, right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one. The boss being right.
I mean, million was on the goddamn bingo card. Of course I'm going to fucking play it if Phil said million and my ticket off and I'm going to fucking enjoy that clip. Of course it's going to happen. What else did you expect? But yeah, thank you Phil for saying million. Appreciate it. Now say the rest of the things and get us a full house already.
Me, it never has been me. I'm a different niche of content creation, okay? So listen, I'm not sad that I bought Helldivers 2 or anything like that. Personally, I'm enjoying the game. But the point I'm making here is I've played one real major stream of the game and already the popularity has fallen off. It hasn't even been a fucking week since I bought it. And the popularity on this channel has already fallen off for the game.
Well, you may have done better if you played it when it first came out. Ages ago. You waited until the hype somewhat dissipated. And even then, you're still doing quite well at first for the engagement and views you got.
And I'm not surprised because I told you so. But you don't listen. People just want what's popular rather than what works for me. And it's starting to piss me off because I know 9 times out of 10 what's going to work and what's not going to work for this channel. I know my audience. I know how retention works. I know all of this. Again, if I were a viral streamer doing viral content and people were clipping the funny, like, for example, yesterday, that moment where I landed on the tower by accident and now I'm glitched and I have to get down and I fell off the tower and I bounced off the fat ass of the character and I survived. If I were a viral streamer, someone would have clipped that and that would have got 1 million views overnight. Okay? That's how the game works. If you're already fucking popular and then you do viral content with it, it doesn't work for a normal guy like me who's just playing it casually in a schedule with other games. It never will get that level of any kind of recognition and popularity.
So Phil, we're done with this then. How did a big, these big viral meme or streamer, million view fucking content creators, how do you think they got to be that popular? Because they all started off with no viewers. They all had to begin from nothing and work their way up. So Phil, you Phil can't grasp the concept that fucking people get to the top by hard work and determination and effort, and also probably knowing the right people helps as well, you know what I mean, to the extent, you know, sometimes it's not about what you know, it's who you know, to a degree, you know what I mean, but still at the same time, you know, to build on that, and to expand on that, and to, you know, have those foundations laid or whatever, you know what I mean, it certainly can help as well. But Phil just can't grasp that concept. These memer, streamer, popular motherfuckers that are playing these games and all that shit, and people are loving the gameplay and the interactivity and the social interaction and all that shit, they started from nothing, primarily. Well, most of them anyway, I imagine, did. There's probably a couple of exceptions to the fucking rule, but most content creators on YouTube begin with nothing, and they build and build and build. But Phil just can't grasp that concept. No, they all became popular immediately, according to Phil, and so that they all have the advantage over him somehow. I don't know how logically that works, but there you go.
That's not the game it is. You understand? But I knew that back in February when it came out. I watched the clips. I watched the people playing. I said, okay, I see what it is. No one's going to be enjoying this after a couple sessions. For me, anyway. And then what happens is exactly the same, right? It's exactly the same as I predicted. So what I got to tell you is you got to lay off a bit. Because, you know, this is now the second time.
So, remember, Phil wanted feedback from his audience for what games he should play. And his audience gave him feedback. Hey, Phil, play Helldivers. And now Phil is chastising them for giving him the feedback that he asked for in the first place of what games he should play. This is the fucking cycle, the perpetual cycle. If a game does not give Phil guaranteed fucking massive amounts of money and views and attention and whatever, then he is going to fucking blame his audience for suggesting the game, even though he asked them to suggest games for him to play. Don't forget it was Phil who was always asking his audience, guys, please give me ideas, give me suggestions, give me recommendations, leave comments and whatever, use the suggestion box and tell me what games you would like to see me play. Just so he can fucking turn it right around and fucking throw it in their fucking face when it doesn't get him the money he thinks he fucking deserves, and blame them for daring to fucking suggest it.
In a row, first with Baldur's Gate 3, and now with this Helldivers 2, where I know what I'm talking about. I'm explaining to you why this stuff would not work for my content. People demand it for months anyway. Okay? And then I play it and, oh look, after 2 sessions it's already died out, right? Now the thing is, I'm not upset with that. It did okay. It did it as well as a normal stream.
Well, if you're not upset, then why are you making an actual fucking point of discussion on your own podcast? It's not really a fucking discussion either, it's just you fucking ranting and raving at the fucking camera.
So it's not like, oh my god, this is going to tank the channel or anything about that. You know what I'm saying?
Burger.
But man, it's definitely not how people praise the game. This is going to be the game that's going to be amazing. It's going to blow up your channel. You got to join the viral movement. Viral movements don't work for me. I played Pal World. The moment it came out, I played Pal World. I played it for, you know, multiple times launch week. I dropped what I was doing and stuck it into the schedule. Did it blow the channel up? No. Nobody
But isn't that your fault for being a shit fucking player?
cares. You know, just being honest. Everyone, what you should do, Phil, is every time that there's one of these new viral games, you should be playing them. They don't work for me.
New viral games is close enough to new games.
Burger.
Bingo.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
First bingo of the game, let's keep going.
They never fucking will. There will never be a virally popular game that comes out of nowhere that I decide to play and will blow this channel up. It will never happen. There's too many factors of negativity and bad understanding against me on the internet. People who won't give me a chance. People who...
Bad understanding. Bad understanding against me on the internet. That's an interesting way of saying the internet thinks I'm a complete dick. But whatever.
Of negativity and bad understanding against me on the internet. People who won't give me a chance. People who will say, oh, you know, everyone else it's okay, but when Phil does it, it sucks. Right? It doesn't work. So you gotta trust me over the nonsense of the viral shit on the internet. I'm 42.
You've got to trust me over the viral shit on the... So, Phil is literally telling his audience to ignore every single other source of information outside of his own channel. He's telling everyone to ignore detractors and Moist Critical and anyone in Turkey Tom. Only listen to Phil. That is quite controlling, manipulative, cult leader-like behaviour, Phil. And I don't know, I don't know if Phil can't grasp that. Like, people are free to obviously fucking take in whatever information they want and come to their own reservations and judgment based on information they gather. Trolls, detractors can do it, and so can Phil's fanboys. But Phil's like, no, only listen to me. All others, not allowed. I need to hear that again, this fucking controlling narrative from Phil.
On the internet. People who won't give me a chance. People who will say, oh, you know, everyone else it's okay, but when Phil does it, it sucks. Right? It doesn't work. So you gotta trust me over the nonsense of the viral shit on the internet. I'm 42 years old. How many other streamers out there 42 playing Helldivers 2 and going viral? It's not gonna happen. You gotta relax. I mean, I feel like people, especially in my audience, get so caught up in all of this nonsense. The hype, the viral popularity of a game that's a flash in the pan success. Helldivers 2, for 2 months, has been the top of the charts on Steam, correct? That's good. I hope that it has longevity. I seriously like the game. It's certainly not perfect. But again, this is a game for a certain style of gamer, a certain kind of audience, and a certain kind of content creator. It's not for me. This is just for me. This is just one game to casually play along with all my other games. And it'll fit in for a while, and then it's going to get dropped likely because it's not going to be that interesting, right? Okay? So, you know, it is what it is. And you got to accept that and understand it. I just think that people have been really, really demanding in the last 6 to 8 months of me, saying, oh, I'm doing everything wrong because I'm not jumping on the virally popular game. And then when I play it, it doesn't work. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? No matter what. Like, well, I don't know what to tell you then, you know? It's just so hilarious that people don't listen. You know, it's because of me, right? It's because I'm an idiot and no one believes anything that I say. And everyone thinks that I'm just some kind of a moron who doesn't know anything about gaming or my own audience or anything, right? I'm just an idiot. So anything I say, just completely write it off as if, you know, as if it has nothing to do with anything, right? No.
He is leading in so many people right now. He's banning so many people right here. Oh, it's beautiful. Send in the bans.
It's just stupidity, right? It's just listen to me. I know what's going to happen if I play these certain kind of games. That's why I completely did not play Baldur's Gate 3 in September. Imagine if I played Baldur's Gate 3 in September and I had this audience yelling and screaming for me to play it constantly and I played none of the new games of the fall. Can you imagine that? And that's what would have happened. And then people give me shit, why'd you play it in December? It was too late. And it's like...
Was that an eye touch? Would that count as an eye touch, or is it not eye touchy enough?
And that's what would have happened.
That's the forehead there. And it's kind of like eyebrow, and it's kind of like eyelid, but he's not actually touching his eye.
And then people get...
He's yeah, eyebrow. I'm going to say that's eyebrow. Partially eyelid, but that's not an eye touch. We can do better than that, so we can't count that.
Give me shit, why'd you play it in December? It was too late. And it's like, you're an idiot. No, literally, you're an idiot. If you said that, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Same thing here. People are like, oh, you played Helldivers 2 too late. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot for saying that. You're just a complete moron making an excuse for the fact that now that I'm playing the game and it hasn't blown up on my channel, oh, well, that's the excuse is because you played it 2 months too late. No, you're just a fucking moron who makes an excuse for every possible thing that I say to act like you know better. You don't know shit. You're a dunce. Okay,
Phil, you pick the next game then. Okay, how about you pick the next game you fucking play on your fucking channel then, and we'll see how that fucking performs. And if it doesn't fucking perform well for you, we get to call you a fucking dunce for fucking picking the wrong fucking game and then not fucking taking off in viral popularity of your fucking channel. How about that then? Is that fucking fair, Phil?
Okay, I knew it wasn't going to work on this channel. I told you that up front. That it's not the kind of content I make. But people don't fucking listen. They just want what's popular. It's every time one of these viral things happens, I call it out and I say, I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. And then people don't listen to me. And it's just like... So anyway, I am going to keep playing Helldivers 2. I like the game. I'm getting better at it. I'm unlocking more things in it. And I'm enjoying my experience with it.
That fucking filled me, Phil.
I definitely feel like it's going to be a good time, okay? However, I don't think it's going to blow up already. Like I said, I played it yesterday, and I got videos that have like 200 views. So does anyone really care about this game? No.
Does anyone care about fucking Street Fighter? 181 views. Street Fighter 6. So, Phil, are you going to fucking, you know, drop that as well? You know, where's the rationale? Where's the logic here, Phil?
Care about the viral popularity of it. They don't care about the game itself or me playing it. They care about it being popular. And since it's not popular on this channel, they're not going to watch it. You understand? That's the point I've been making all along. The same thing with every other game that's virally popular. It's virally popular because a big creator's using it or playing it, and then it blows up on someone's channel. It never will happen here. All right? So it's just going to be another game for my rotation. All right? And I'm excited for that. And I want to keep it in there. I think it's a good, refreshing kind of multiplayer. I do. And so, hopefully, you guys will keep joining me for it. Okay? By the way, there's a ton of trolls in the chat today. Like, a ridiculous amount. I don't know why today particularly there's this many, but they even started before the podcast even turned on. So if you guys see me doing a lot of moderation, that's what it is. Like, there's just a ton of them in there. They're fucking really going at it, too. They're just morons. So, you know, if you see me, you know, that's what I'm doing here. It's distracting.
Who fucking cares?
Fuck you, I agree there. Green Mega Man says, it's a nice change of pace from the RPGs. I agree. I think this channel needed a change of pace. Too many RPGs were killing it and getting it super boring, right? I think watch me play Helldivers is refreshing. It's something different. And in a variety setting, it works. Here's the other good thing about Helldivers. There's no beginning and end. There's no narrative, correct? There's no 140-hour story that must be told. If I decide to stop playing it tomorrow, it doesn't give everyone blue balls because I didn't get to the end, right? On the flip,
Did he just say balls in a strange way? Also, him saying balls kind of sounded a little bit like...
boss.
Let me hear that again.
If I decide to stop playing it tomorrow, it doesn't give everyone blue balls because I didn't get to the end, right? On the flip side of that, I can keep playing it as much as I want. I can put it on hiatus. I can bring it back. It's a multiplayer game. That's the good thing about Helldivers 2. There's no commitment there to get through and rush through and make progress. It's just a fun game to play whenever you feel like, right? Right? Cool. So, yeah, I'm excited for that continuing on, and I think it will work in a very limited capacity in the way that it works. Not, oh, virally popular blow-up game, because here we are, less than a week since I bought it, and already, not a big deal, right?
Do you pick the next game, Phil? Don't ask your audience to fucking pick these games for you. You determine the next game without the audience fucking input, so you don't fucking blame them. They can fucking blame you, and we'll see how you fucking like it.
Okay, so, there you have it. Yesterday, I played Helldivers 2. It was a fun session with hilarious stuff, and didn't get much attention, but I'm still happy that at least it's in the rotation and giving us...
Oh my god, it didn't get much attention. Fucking wow. Why did Inta ignore me playing this popular memer streamer game? I'm gonna blame not the game, but my chat for recommending it.
Variety, and it did okay. Alright, last night, Street Fighter 6, very frustrating once again. Why? Because I'm using Dalsim, and Dalsim is likely the hardest character in the game to use execution-wise. If you miss one move, he literally dies. Like, he cannot come back from a deficit against a top-tier character who's rushing him in the face. He can't stop throw mix-ups because he has no reversal. Like, he's one of the weakest characters when it comes to certain things, but if you could get the pattern going to zone, he's super good. So it's kind of like a trade-off. Either you're completely dominating someone, or they're completely dominating you with almost no middle ground, right? But again, the game's shitty online play reared its ugly head. It frustrated the crap out of me because the netcode dropped so many inputs, and again, if you get a dropped input with Dalsim, you're pretty dead. Like, I want to jump back, and I want to do air fireball. Oops, it gave me a diving headbutt instead, which allows a Ken player to hit me once and it leads to a 50% punish combo. All because it didn't give me a half circle back plus punch movement. It gave me down plus punch instead because the netcode sucks and drops
Well, stop pressing the wrong buttons then, Phil. That's a skill issue.
your inputs half the time. So, it's super frustrating. I mean, it's funny too, because as much as I love Dalsim, have you noticed we rarely fight Dalsims ever in this game, right? Like, I would say Lily and Dalsim are the two characters I almost never see in Street Fighter 6. Almost never. Because everyone knows that they're either the harder to play or lower tier characters, so no one bothers with them online. Everyone plays the easy mode rushdown shit online. So, I had a good time last night. I put about 2.5 hours. But number one, trolls keep trying to come into my matches, and then they like change their names around and shit to make me think that it's not them again. So I actually started figuring out how to ban them, which is good. Now, that won't apply to ranked, and it's fine because usually I don't face the trolls in ranked anyway. It's usually only in casual matches. But now I've kind of learned the way to get rid of them. So that's a good thing, obviously. And then, some of these connections are terrible, too. Because people can just get away again with online pattern spam. You can't do anything about it in this game because the fucking netcode sucks. So, you know, my usual salt and rage. There was nothing any different last night from back when I was playing Street Fighter 6 before. It was a typical rage session. But I got a lot of wins, which is great. I had a good time with the game, despite the fact that I get frustrated at how bad it is online. I'm still frustrated with it, but, you know, I think it still works. It's good variety for the channel. It's different stuff rather than just RPG Mania, which we had for 3 months. So, it went good. It was a good late night stream of Street Fighter 6, and I'm ready now to use Honda. Honda's the final character who I used to play with that I haven't used yet, so probably that's what I'm doing Friday night, okay? So yesterday was a full day of multiplayer, all right? Variety-wise, it went well on the channel. It's just not blowing up like people thought Helldivers would. I knew it wouldn't. I told you guys it wouldn't. For 2 months, I told you it wouldn't. No one listens. It's just like, yo.
Remember, though, he's not bothered by it. He's not upset about it. But he just wants to remind the audience that he fucking kept telling them that they were so fucking wrong and they were fucking idiots to try and suggest otherwise. But he's not bothered by it at all, guys. He's just stating a factual opinion.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know that what my audience is going to watch and what they care about. They don't. No one here is going to go crazy over a fucking multiplayer game like that, ever. It's never going to blow up on DSP Gaming. I'm not going to go virally popular for it. It's ludicrous stuff, okay? So anyway, today,
Luda.
We're now doing single-player stuff. We're getting back to Elden Ring, and now we're getting to the hardest stuff in the game, I would argue. It's really hard. I'm not really one-shotting enemies anymore. Now the enemies have gotten so tough and tanky that it's tough for me because I'm kind of spongy. And what I mean by that is I'm soft and very fragile.
Yeah, that's kind of true in real life as well. The game's just like you, for real, for real.
I do a lot of damage, but my character build is not a tough guy. So some of these enemies now are really starting to whoop me. They kill me with like 2 hits, you know? So now I'm starting to try to build up like my health and everything. So I don't die so fast, but it is frustrating that with this build, you know, that I can't really do, because I actually feel, here's what I feel. This magic, but was it Glintstone magic, was very powerful for the first 2/3 of the game. I actually feel now at the end of the game it's going to be weak. I feel like now I'm going to have a harder time killing these enemies. Because here's where it's good. It's good in the open world. Why? Because in the open world, you can get away from the enemies and get to advantageous positions and kind of snipe. You can't do that in boss fights in enclosed arenas, right? How do I get away from the boss in an enclosed arena to be able to use my magic? I can't. And the boss is going to kill me in 2 hits. So that's where I feel like I'm at a big disadvantage. Like, I'm about to fight the first form of Moog, right? I can't use the Comet spell. I tried. He just moves right out of the way. He doesn't care. He gets hit by it and just tanks it and walks to the side. So I can't use it, right? So now I got to figure out, how am I going to kill Moog when he has ultra powerful magic and I can't really use my best magic because it's going to leave me wide open. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, right? And I don't know if it's got to be a hybrid attempt or maybe just the rock sling. You just keep tossing the rocks at him and see if it's, it's physical damage. So maybe I can just keep pelting him with that and it'll stun him. We got to figure it out. So that's the first challenge today. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's going to be an easy fight. I think that's going to be a pretty tough fight for me because of the build. After that, we're going to head northeast into the frozen wastes of the Elden Ring map. This is the area with tougher enemies, bosses, dungeons, all kinds of stuff. And I got lots I have to do there before I can get to the unlocked Halley Tree or get into the end game of the game, which is what Farum Azula, that's the floating area, right? So that's after that, because once you clear all that, you fight the giant. I think that's what unlocks Farum Azula.
I know the schedule's boring as shit, but we are fucking getting all sorts of fucking bingo things ticked off right now. Plus he's saying boss art, which is always fucking fun.
So, you know, we're getting there. We're getting through all these areas. We'll get some progress today. Likely not too much, but we'll see. It really depends on how long it's going to take me to beat first Moog, right? So that's the first stream. Later tonight, it's my second run of Alone in the Dark, which is almost like a speed run. I'm using the character Emily for the other side run, and her story is different, but the gameplay is the same, meaning it's the same exact puzzles and combat and dungeons, but all her cutscenes are different, and her story apparently in the third act of the game, like when you get to the last third of the game, it gets super different from the first character, Carnby's. So obviously I want to see that, and we're turboing through it. And basically what we're trying to do is just grab the items I didn't get in the Carnby run or find new items. Like we already found one item that was an Alone in the Dark comic book that was not present in Carnby's run at all. And now that we have it, we completed one of the things that's going to unlock a new cutscene for us and when we get to the attic portion of the game. So I'm curious what that's going to be, obviously. So that should be fun. I hope you'll join me tonight for that, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's definitely for a certain audience. Hey, you guys asked me to play survival horror at night. Now this will be at night for the next 2 to 3 streams till we beat it. So I hope you'll join me for that tonight. Okay? I'm not here tomorrow. I'm celebrating my anniversary with my wife. When I come back on Friday, multiplayer day again. So it's going to be Helldivers 2 during the day, and Friday Night Fight Street Fighter 6, and I'll be using Honda.
Phil, multiplayer doesn't work for your channel. You just fucking berated your audience for fucking suggesting it. So why are you continuing to fucking play the game if your audience are wrong for suggesting you play the game?
For that, in fact, I may watch some Honda videos to try to see if there's any new tech with Honda since the last time I was paying.
Oh god, I hate it when Phil fucking plays as Honda. Bumpada, bumpada, bye. Fuck off. I know. Fuck off.
Attention like 2-3 months ago, maybe people would figure something out with Honda because honestly, Honda's not that good. He's decent in this game, but he's definitely lower tier. He can't really hang with everybody else. Curious to see how that goes. Saturday will be more Elden Ring during the day. Saturday night is the premiere of the Beyond Two Souls co-op with my wife Kat. We're gonna be right here together doing co-op in Beyond Two Souls. First narrative-based playthrough we'll ever do together. Excited to be here for that because she's never played the game. It's going to be fun to see her reactions and choices for the first time she plays it. It should be a super good stream on Saturday night. Sunday is React Day, so we got the clip show, DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts, followed by the Retro React stream over on DSP Throwback of the Walking Dead Telltale series, Season 1, Episode 2. It is such a mouthful to say that game's name. It's ridiculous. And then for the rest of the week, basically alternating between Helldivers and Elden Ring on the day streams, and alternating between the Alone in the Dark second run and Street Fighter 6 on the night streams. That's the plan for next week. Now, also next week, there's actually a new game releasing called Harold Halibut that seems to be incredibly unique. It looks like stop motion animation or claymation, and it is a Game Pass game. So I'm willing to give it a shot and give it a look and just see what the heck it is, since it seems so unique. I'm not saying it's something that would turn into a full playthrough, because I don't even know how long the game would be or anything like that, but I'm curious to see what it is, so we might give that a look as well for variety. All right? So we got good stuff coming up in the next week, and I hope you'll join me for it. Okay? All right. Now, before we get to anything else crazy, all right, some ideas for the upcoming marathon that we've been discussing. If you don't know, our next marathon event that we're going to do around here will probably be around late May. I'm thinking like that last week of May. And we've tossed around a few different ideas. The first idea I came up with was the fighting game Fiesta, where basically I would play a...
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Greedo the Green for a super chat, who says... who says this is the same dude that played a baseball game until the tips dried up, then got mad because he told him the game was boring. He's a full regard now, yeah? And remember, Phil only played that game because I think it was free on Game Pass. So he didn't even spend any money in the game, and Phil doesn't allow sports talk on his streams. But he just basically played a baseball game very poorly and called it a chill night stream experience for his audience to fucking enjoy and all that shit. It was god awful. I mean, it was, oh. Some of Phil's content has been really bad. The baseball streams are up there. That is fucking diabolically fucking, I would not, you can torture people with those fucking streams.
On a few different ideas. The first idea I came up with was the fighting game Fiesta, where basically I would play a variety of fighting games, including Street Fighter 6, but maybe some Tekken 8, and then maybe some classic fighting games by hooking up and setting up Fightcade on my mini PC, so we could play games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike or the old Versus series of games and stuff like that. In addition, perhaps my wife could make some food recipes out of the Street Fighter cookbook that we have, and maybe I could do a little bit of reacting to old school fighting game footage of me on the internet from Evo, and also perhaps I could do a little bit of kind of back in the day reminiscing about going to Street Fighter tournaments and talking about that time of my life and what it was like, because it was very different from today. And I could field questions of people about those days, right? So that could be a fun event. That's one idea.
Burger.
Another idea we had was an Indies marathon where people can nominate and vote on indie style games to be played and tried out in like hour segments.
Indie style games.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are kicking all sorts of ass today. We're doing so well. We are only 6 away from a full house. Come on, guys. Let's fucking get our full house. Let's get back to back full houses. Oh, he said vote as well.
Burger.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
I completely missed that. Thank you, Soapwood. So yeah, we are. So we're only 5 away now. Hooray!
Over the course of a day. I think that could work well as well. We haven't done an indie style event in years. So the fun part about indie marathons is there's no commitment to having to play any of those games further. So if a game doesn't work,
The fun part is I don't have to fucking stay true to being, playing the fucking thing. As long as people give me a whole bunch of fucking money in the short term, I'm fucking playing it.
fine. It's not a big deal. Most of these indies games are cheap, so it's not like it's an expensive thing to do. But in addition, sometimes some of the games do work, and I end up playing them in the rotation moving forward, and then they end up being really fun. So I guess we'll see moving forward, if that's something you're interested in. Now, yesterday, while I'm raging at Street Fighter 6, someone tips me and says, how about a Ragethon? And I was like, we used to do Ragethons. I think we've done 2.
For God's sake, more like a wageathon. If Phil doesn't get the required wage he wants, then he's going to fucking rage quit the fucking stream. Or rage quit the stream. Guys, we have hit 100 likes on the bingo. Thank you very much for liking the stream 100 fucking times. Not only is that giving us a free space for the bingo card, but we also get to enjoy the balls animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Remember, keep an eye on Jasper on the bottom right for him to do his thing. Fuck him up, Jasper. Good cat. It's such a fucking good cat. And it's a fucking great shot and all.
So what is a Ragethon? A Ragethon is people actually seek out frustrating games for me to play during a marathon, and I play them back to back. Previous installations of the Ragethon have been games such as Super Meat Boy, okay? A game where you're going to die 5,000 times, and through trial and error, you're trying to overcome or persevere. I remember Super Meat Boy got me pretty heated when I was playing it during that marathon, okay? Now, the problem with the Ragethon is that people actually have to find games that will work like that. And the
why the hell would Ellen want to suggest games for you to play when you just fucking berated the audience like 10 minutes ago for daring to fucking suggest, Helldivers? You called them out, you mocked them, you ridiculed them, and yet you're now asking them again to once again suggest games for you to play for a potential Ragethon event. No, Phil, how about you? How about this? You do your own research. You go to Google or whatever and look for the fucking most rage-inducing games out there, and you fucking decide yourself what game sounds like it could be best for you and your shitey content on your shitey fucking channel. Don't fucking put the burden of us on the fucking audience again. Don't you fucking dare do that. You fucking decide for yourself. That way you don't fucking have the audience in front of the fucking bus.
Second Ragethon didn't work because people were nominating stupid games. Like, at that time, if you remember,
There you go. He's right straight off the fucking bat. So he's wanting his audience to nominate games for a potential Ragethon, but he's also blaming the audience right here, practically in the same breath, for the last failed Ragethon because they were nominating stupid games. Well, you take control and you pick the games. Don't let the audience pick for you. Because why the fuck would they want to fucking put themselves in that position for you to throw him under the bus time and time again. I swear, his audience are fucking masochists. They must be. They must be listen to it again. They must be masochistic as fuck.
Okay. Now, the problem with the Ragethon is that people actually have to find games that'll work like that. And the second Ragethon didn't work because people were nominating stupid games. Like, at that time, if you remember, I hated Street Fighter 5. I didn't want to play it. Well, people said, just play Street Fighter 5. I'm like, I'm telling you, this isn't going to work. All right, I'll play it. I played it. Zero rage. I actually won more than I lost, even though I didn't play the game and didn't even really understand how to play it. I was still winning and beating everyone online. And people are like, I don't understand. I thought he was supposed to play and rage and lose. It's like, no, I'm good at Street Fighter. I still win anyway. I hate the game.
You're good at Street Fighter. Fucking hell. No, you're not.
I don't even understand its mechanics, and I was fucking kicking ass for most of that segment of the stream anyway, and people were like,
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
You know,
Is that clown mode right there? Is it enough of clown mode?
I don't even understand its mechanics, and I was fucking kicking ass for most of that segment of the stream anyway, and people were like,
This right here. Is this enough to be clown mode, or is it not enough? Well, we decide whether that's clown mode or not. Allow me to try and get a thumbnail of this. 2 seconds. You guys can decide amongst yourselves whether it's clown mode worthy or not. Well, I get a little screenshot of this. Don't mind me, I'm just going here, and I'm going there, going over here, and there we go. Well, we got 2 very strange fill faces today. And of course, let me just yeet that towards my members, and oh my god. Tacozilla has been busy. So, he's made this. Simple Phil. Once upon a time, there was a retard. For God's sake. Tacozilla, thank you for your bizarre imagination. You got a very special imagination, son. You got a very special sort of imagination. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, let's get on with bingo. We're doing very well in the card. We're almost got a full house. We are 4 away from a full house already.
you know, people are dumb. And they
Oh, no, also, wait. Was that clown mode? Did we have an overwhelming consensus whether that was clown mode enough or not? Maybe I should do a quick poll. I don't know. We'll see. Quick yes or no in the chat. Is that clown mode? Phil doing people saying yes. People saying it's special mode. Yes, it was. Phil gives a good dunce face. Guy of Long says no, it wasn't clown mode. Most people are saying yes. Some are saying no though. And because there's not a general consensus, we will hold off for now, I think. But some saying no, so it seems to be more yeses than no's, but there's still enough no's for me to think again about doing it. It's not overwhelmingly yes. We'll hold off for now.
they nominate dumb shit because they're stupid and they think they're going to get me pissed off when they don't. So,
Who fucking cares?
we would really have to figure out what would work for a Ragethon. Okay, I'm not sure what would at this point. You know, this is many years later. I'm not sure what kind of rage-inducing games would come out or whatever. I guess we'll see. So anyway, let me know what you think for this next event, right? I'm very curious. What should be the next event? I think all three of the ideas work. The question is, which would work better? And then we need to start planning towards it, right? So let's start discussing these, and maybe eventually I'll be doing polls or whatever, and we'll try to figure it out. And then we'll go from there. We've got about a month to plan, and then we've got a couple weeks to hype it up to get people excited for it, right? So, okay. Really, there's only one news story that I wanted to cover today. Let me see if I can find it.
No.
Oh, yeah.
DSP,
So this,
yeah.
I mean, not necessarily that this is news, okay? I'll say it's news just for the sake of saying it's a news segment, but really it's not. So if y'all remember, in early 2023, there was a little bit of a remake game, and there was a lot of controversy around it. It was called the Dead Space Remake. Now, the reason this game had controversy around it is because
if he says spiritual successor, I'm going to give a free space.
original makers of Dead Space, Visceral Games, had actually been laid off and fired by EA. So they went off and decided they were going to make their own studio, and they were going to make their own survival horror game that was kind of like an homage or a spiritual successor
We've got a free space. We have a free space. God damn it, how predictable is he?
to Dead Space, because there were no other Dead Space games. Dead Space had been defunct for like a decade, and no one was making new ones. So they go off to do that. And as they're developing this game, which ended up being called Callisto Protocol, okay? At the same time, EA decides, oh, we're going to remake Dead Space. And it's like, what? Like, why are you doing that? The only reason you're doing that is to compete with the former studio that you fired because you feel stupid. You own the IP, right? But now they want to do their own thing because you fired them, and now you want to bring back the games that they were making after you've already fired the dev team. Isn't that kind of messed up? And
You're so boring, Phil. I'm going to go 1.5 to speed this up some more. And just to clarify, we have 2 free spaces so far, the 100 likes and the spiritual successor shenanigans.
the answer is, yeah, it is. It's incredibly dumb.
They're incredibly fucking dumb. By the way, give me a second here. I want to, I get triggered especially by the spiritual successor because it set me off one time. And it set me off so much, I actually made a fucking YouTube short about it setting me off. So give me a second here to try and find the fucking thing. It won't take fucking long, so I don't have a lot of fucking YouTube shorts. So yeah, I actually think it was actually the first YouTube short I actually ever made. You know, so give me a second.
Tomorrow.
Shut up, Phil. So here, give me a second to try and hold on. Wrong thing. Here we go. Let me drag it out here. So this is the very first YouTube short I ever made.
Tomorrow, my friends, is a momentous occasion. For tomorrow is the release of the Callisto Protocol, one of my most anticipated games of 2022.
But if he says successor, I swear to fuck, I might just take a square. I'm not, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know. If he says successor, I'm just going to take a square. He cannot say successor for the life of him. It's bizarre. So I mean, I swear. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to tick, but I think we get a free space if he says successor instead of successor. We'll see how he says it.
It is a game that is a spiritual successor.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now.
So yeah, that was immediate. Just the fact that I had no idea it was fucking coming, and like, it literally happened like a second after I started playing again. I was like, it was so infuriating. Just so like fuck off. So yeah, me and spiritual successor shenanigans and all that shit. They go. We have history there. There's some history there between me and the spiritual successor shenanigans.
That happened, and it's kind of messed up and disrespectful to the game devs, in my opinion. Okay, so what ended up happening was Callisto Protocol came out. I believe it was December 2022. And I'll be honest with everyone, it's not a perfect game, but it's a good game. The plot is interesting and scary and fun. The characters are well developed. The gameplay elements are very different from Dead Space, and that's what made people upset. Because when Callisto Protocol came out, people went into it with the expectation that they wanted Dead Space 4. But Callisto Protocol is not Dead Space 4. It's a game where guns aren't very effective, and you need to learn this new melee mechanic system to survive. It's very, very set apart from in Dead Space, where it's all about guns. Melee is shit, right? It's kind of the opposite. And by the way, it's tough. It's a tough game. You need to master the system, and if you don't, you get your ass handed to you over and over. Now, admittedly, the game has flaws. There's some graphical problems. It's a shorter game. There's one or two things that are more frustrating, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, the game's perfect. But overall, it's a fine survival horror game, okay? But the critics panned the shit out of the game, saying it was an awful game. Why? Because they're fucking terrible at the game. They didn't want to learn a new survival horror element or engine. They just wanted it to be Dead Space or Resident Evil or whatever. And since it didn't play like that, they all sat there and bitched him up. There were content creators who booted the game up and quit within 2 hours saying they couldn't figure it out or it was too hard. On stream, they quit the game. It's like, what are you, a pussy? It's a fucking game. You're supposed to learn how to play it. Isn't this what you're supposed to do when you're a gamer? I mean, really, it's supposed to be scratch my head like, what happened? That all this negativity got thrown against the game. And me, I played it. Yeah, did I have frustrating parts? Yeah, I did. For sure I did. There was 1 or 2 parts I raged much later in the game, but I didn't give up and I persevered, and overall I had a great time with the game. I don't get it. I don't get that the bad reception that the game got. It doesn't make sense. It's not equivalent with the experience that I had. Okay? Anyway. The reason I bring this up is because the Dead Space remake came out a month later, in January, okay? And all the critics praised the shit out of it. They said, oh my god, it's such a great game. It brings back the Dead Space franchise. This is it. Dead Space is back, right? So I played it, okay? Now, to be fair, the Dead Space remake is fun. It's a very fun game. It's got good graphics. It's got sound gameplay elements. It's got a lot of good stuff. Problem is, most of the good stuff was already done. It's from Visceral Games. It's the stuff from the original game that makes this game feel so good. It does have improvements. For example, hair in my mouth. Got it. For example, now the Ishimura ship is all connected. You can actually go throughout the ship and find hidden doors and areas that weren't present in the original game to get upgrades and some additional lore and stuff in the game. That's cool. There's areas that now implement mechanics from Dead Space 2. Like there's a few anti-grav rooms where you can kind of jetpack around and do stuff. You couldn't do that in the original game. They've changed that and added that into this game. So did they try to innovate? A little bit. Just not a lot. Most of the game is identical to the original Dead Space game with a facelift. There's a few elements that make it new, but for the most part, it's the same exact game. Okay? So the critics praise it. Oh my god, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Best survival horror game ever. It's like, wait, what? It's fucking Dead Space 1. Did you not play Dead Space 1? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe the reviewers around today are fucking 20, 30-year-olds and never played the original Dead Space, perhaps? Because you would know it's the same game if you played the original. You would fucking know. It's just they copied 99% of the stuff. So
isn't the point of a remake to have it be essentially like the previous game, except with upgraded things like mechanics and then graphics? Basically, the remake did exactly what it was meant to fucking do. It improved on the original experience of the game. Does Phil want a brand new game for a remake?
So they praise the shit out of the game, all right? Guess what? If we're to believe this industry insider guy, Jeff Grubb, because he seems to always have inside info on the industry on his podcast, this morning on his podcast he said...
We should go to his podcast then for some proper news updates rather than stick to your fucking shitey fake news.
There will be no further Dead Space remakes whatsoever. Zero. The franchise is re-dead. So it was dead after Dead Space 3 for a decade. To compete and try to outshine Callisto Protocol, they remade Dead Space 1, and now it's dead again. It's completely defunct. They have no plans to do anything with it. You might say, wait a minute, why? Why on earth would it be canceled? Like when we were playing the Dead Space remake and I finished it, everyone was like, would you play a Dead Space 2 remake? And I said, yeah, I would. This remake was fine. It's certainly not as good as the critics say, but it was a fine game. I had fun with it. I would play a Dead Space 2 remake or even a Dead Space 3 remake. I would play those, okay? Well, they're not making them at all. Zero. You might say, why? Why are they not doing it? Because the Dead Space 1 remake only sold about 1 million copies. Despite all the PR nonsense from every fucking game journalist shilling the fuck out of this game, saying it was the best game ever, and for some reason, them all yelling and screaming that Callisto Protocol sucks, so buy Dead Space Remake instead. The game only sold about 1 million copies, which wasn't enough to make a significant profit for EA, so they deemed that the remake projects were not worthy, and they scrapped them all, and they're done with Dead Space, likely forever. Like at this point, I think they're never going to make another Dead Space. I think it's it. It's done. Which is sad, because the franchise is great, and Visceral Games did an outstanding job with that franchise when it was in their hands, and now EA... it's their fault. They fucked it up. They're the ones who decided not to make any more. They're the ones who fired Visceral Games. They're the ones who then kind of made Callisto Protocol tank by making a remake to directly compete with that. And now they've shut down Dead Space again. It's like, wow, EA is just fucking atrociously bad, aren't they?
And also, it's not true, Phil. Lionel says, this news has already been debunked, by the way. EA confirmed the rumour's false. So, Phil is reporting a rumour which is not true and passing it off as genuine fact. Slander much?
It really sucks because a publisher like EA used to be good for this kind of stuff. Like they did variety shit. But I think sadly what it is these game companies now have more become about this than anything else. So what's making EA its most money? Sports games and live service games with constant microtransactions, Ultimate Team and dumb shit like that. That's what prints money for them. So now they just don't give a crap about this stuff anymore. I mean, what's the other example of a game last year that EA completely botched? Immortals of Avium, right? That was a game where the game had all the signs of being a good game, but it was completely mishandled, mismanaged, mismarketed. No one knew the game was coming out, and they released it the same fucking time as Baldur's Gate 3 and acted like it was going to do well. Like again,
what happened in Phil's? Hold on. Somebody gave a super chat that's gone now, sadly. A fucking super chat's gone. Well, somebody just said in Phil's chat with a super chat, that's what happens when you're a bad man. Karma. What happened to Phil that someone called him out for? I'm going to assume interesting things might happen on this stream later on. I don't know. I'm very curious what's going to happen later on. But apparently something interesting has happened that led to that super chat. And Phil also banned the super chat, lean and ban. Now, we may not make it that far. It depends on when bingo early enough. But yeah, it caught my eye and I was very curious.
Again, whose fault is this? It's EA's fault. It's the management at EA that don't know what the hell they're doing. So they spend all this time and money on this new original IP. They completely botch its launch, and then they say, "Oh, you see, no one wants single-player games. Keep pumping out live service, Ultimate Team transaction games." No, EA, your managers are terrible and need to be fired. Just like the people in charge of Ubisoft are terrible and they need to be fired. And the people in charge of Activision Blizzard are terrible and they need to be fired. And Phil Spencer is a horrible leader for Xbox and he needs to be fired. All the people in charge right now of gaming are terrible. They're all making completely the wrong decisions. All of them. And the industry is in a downturn. You're the reason. You're the ones in charge of the industry. It's not us that determine the industry. It's you. You make the games. So if you're not making the good games that people will go out and spend money on, whose fault is that exactly?
So this is like super animated Phil here, and I think there's a couple of real. I mean, I can't ignore the plethora of potential thumbnails here of him going crazy right now with a fucking frantic arm waving here. So I do apologise for once again looking for some random robust, thumbnail style images here, but there's just so much to choose from here.
You're the reason. You're the ones in charge of the industry. It's not us.
So I wonder, is it worth having him pointing at himself? Is it worth doing that? Is that one that could be good? I don't know, technically at the end in the way of his elbow there might be a bit annoying. But we can make it, we can see. Because, you know, right after I say point to the fucking camera, I think that's going to be a good one as well. Give me a second here, give me a second here. Go here, go there. So, yeah, two seconds, guys. I'm just working out the logistics of this and seeing how well it'll work. Grease Monkey's asking me to draw DSP like one of my French girls. Oh, sacre bleu. What do I have here? Okay, so let's see how well this works. That actually worked not bad. The end's a bit in the way annoyingly, but yeah, let's yeet that towards my members and they can do all sorts of unspeakably nasty things to this image. But I'm saying, I'm not done there though. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. Now point at the camera, Phil.
Us that determine the industry. It's you.
So I want to see if we can get a good particular. Is there a good face behind any of these? It pulls his horns away there. Okay, hold on. How about there? That might be the best one we get. There we go. How about that? I can already imagine the fun people will have with these fucking particular things. For God's sake, 2 seconds like that. So go here, go there. No more full screen, go there. And there, that worked fantastic. I think I even removed the N from the DSPN logo because that was partial in the shot. Yeah, that worked fantastically. So there we go. And now my members can enjoy that as well. Go there. I'm spoiling my members today with all these bizarre random DSP images.
You make the games. So if you're not making the good games that people will go out and spend money on, whose fault is that exactly? The consumer?
Oh, he points to himself again. Is it worth? Is it to? Nah, it didn't really stop enough to merit doing that.
Consumers or yours? You're in charge. You're dropping the ball, and you're blaming the consumers for it, right?
So yeah, I think we got enough. I think we got enough of our. We got 2 good ones there. Him pointing at himself and then him pointing at the camera. That'll do it for now. We're eating well today.
Like, it's our fault the Dead Space remake only sold 1 million copies. What? How is it our fault? It's our fault Immortals of Avium flopped. You didn't even market the game. No one even knew it existed, and you released it at Baldur's Gate 3's release week. Are you stupid? Yes, you are. You're the reason that gaming is so bad now. Gamers don't want gaming to just be endless microtransactions. We don't. But that's what we're being shilled on now. It's what's being pushed down our throat because this is all.
Oh, for God's sake, Phil, you're not one to talk about fucking microtransactions. Do I need to go to TJ's fucking Twitter and see if there's been any updates or whatever? I don't think there's been any updates. Nah, so there's no fresh updates as far as I can tell.
Dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Penitent Sin for the super chat, who says thanks for the daily bingo, Jad, and also the otters. Oh, no worries. Let's see if we can get an otter to pop up just for that super chat. Where are all the lazy wee bastards? Did I catch him during the fucking break? I think they're in the fucking back having a smoke break. I mean, there's a big pool of water here and not a single fucking otter to be fucking seen. What you meant today about that? Imagine like going to this fucking Vancouver aquarium thinking I'm going to get to see some otters. You turn up, you stare into the pool and there's just a whole bunch of fucking water with no otters. And here I am trying to provide otters and they all seem to have fucked the fuck off. Where are they? This is infuriating. Don't make me go to... Oh, for God's sake. Don't make me go to a different fucking aquarium. Let's go in Monterey Bay. How are we doing here? There's otters there. There's some otters for you. None here apparently. Fucking Vancouver Aquarium seemed to have fucking run out of otters all of a sudden. But there's some still in Monterey Bay. Beautiful day in Monterey Bay as per usual. So there you go. Mookie's asking to win bingo. No, I'm just having a random wee otter break. You know. So don't mind me. I'm just enjoying some otters. We're still playing bingo, but we're doing quite well. But we are. So we have 2 free spaces because Phil, we got 100 likes, and Phil said spiritual successor, which I said would be a free space. So we only need 3 things to happen.
All that will make them money because they don't make good games anymore, right? It's sad. Somehow it's our fault because I don't know. What, because we're demanding better games? We're not just happy with the crap you're pumping out? It's like, I just don't understand it, you know? And the other thing that's funny, again, with this industry, people tend to fail up. And what I mean that is, oh, your company made absolutely awful decisions. Stay in charge anyway, right? Or leave that company and go to another company. The Don Matrick story, right? Don Matrick was in charge of the Xbox One launch. The Xbox One was infamously one of the worst console launches in history. His cocky attitude, his demeanor, the way he said things disrespectfully to the consumer turned people off. So people didn't
Remind you of anyone?
not buy the Xbox One at launch. He left Microsoft to become in charge of a mobile games company called Zynga. He failed up. And guess what happened at Zynga? They tanked under his leadership and he had to leave there too, but he got a big payout. This is what I mean. Like, these people in charge of these companies, there's like no repercussions for anything they do. They make mistake after mistake. They don't listen to feedback. They don't listen to market research. They just do what they want and then they blame the consumer, but yet somehow they're still in power and they're still millionaires and they're still receiving kickbacks. How does that happen exactly? Right? Typically, if you own a business.
Well, this fucking constant daily toxicity. Have you been envious of the fucking rich? It's fucking. I mean, not, it is rich coming from Phil, who makes 6 figures per year by having a constantly fucking failing YouTube channel. So he went from being quite a popular YouTuber back in the fucking day, in terms of numbers and metrics and the fucking contract he was on, making big bucks from Machinima and that fucking views-based contract. He went from that to where he is now. You know, Phil has failed up because he's still here, not having to fucking get a job because he can rely on his dumbass dent-headed army to fucking bail him out once again to fucking pay his bills so he can fucking keep playing WWE Champions again and again and again. It's just, it never ends, Phil. You have failed up and you have done so now for a fucking decade. You're one to fucking talk, but you're not a millionaire like those guys are. Phil, I've said this a lot of times and I'm going to say it again. Phil is essentially in like the upper echelon of income in the area. Not a lot of people around him will be making the money he's making. You know what I mean? He's like the average wage, the average income apparently, and is like 60, is it 50 odd grand? I don't even know if it's 50 odd grand in America. Something like, but he's making 6 figures per year and has done now for like a decade. Even though Phil makes more money than about 90% of other people, I would estimate. He's not looking down, thankful for what he's got. He's looking up in envy at the small percentage of people who are better off than him. So it's like a mountain, okay? Let's just pretend it's like a fucking mountain. Phil's near the summit. He's not too far away from it. He's like another fucking, you know, he's like 3/4 of the way up the summit, okay? You know, so it's like he's like 3/4 of the way to the top of the mountain. He's looking down. But no, he's not looking down. He's looking up at all the people ahead of him. He knows barely anyone there. He's ahead of so many other people, but he's not looking down, being thankful for how high he's up. You know, it's just, he's just always looking up in envy because people have more. It's a bad analogy, I know. It's not a great fucking example, but you get what I'm saying, though. He's never grateful for what he's fucking got, but even though he makes far more than what most people do.
Business, and it's doing poorly, you don't get money. But somehow these companies are rolling in profits either from their past successes or from microtransactions from shitty games that they still fucking get away with it and they never have any repercussions for these choices. It's like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And the industry will continue to be on this pace of errors, flops, unfinished releases, terrible games until we get new people in power. These people who are in charge are either relics of the industry or just don't understand it, right? Like Yves Guillemot, his time was done 15 years ago. He should have been ousted a million years ago, right? Thank God we got rid of Bobby Kotick over at Activision. I mean, that guy was out of touch for the longest time. So thankfully he's gone. But now he's like, oh, well, guess what? Now there really is no one in charge. It's like fucking Phil Spencer. It's like, oh God, you're the ultimate bro salesman who doesn't fucking understand the industry. I don't know, man. This whole EA shenanigan thing here with the Dead Space remake is like, so now you got all of our hopes up for a Dead Space franchise coming back, and because it didn't sell
I caught that as well, Steve. Phil is suddenly claiming responsibility for helping get rid of Yves Guillemot. I don't know if it was Yves Guillemot or someone else, but yeah, Phil says we got rid of so-and-so. Like Phil had any fucking say in that decision happening. We got rid of someone.
billion copies, that's it. Dead Space is dead forever now because of you. It's like you, because of you, not because of the consumers, because of you. You know, maybe if you actually did innovate the game, which they didn't. They did not innovate with the Dead Space remake. They added a few new things. Everything else is exactly the same as the first game. Maybe if you actually did really remake it rather than just kind of giving it a facelift, it sold more. But you didn't. You took the easy way out and you expect that this is going to be like a zillion seller. Well, that's not how it works anymore in the industry, you know? Anyway, I rest my case. I can't make these companies be intelligent, nor can I make their leadership do their jobs well. All I can do is report on it. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and let's get to shout outs and see where the day takes us here. So we start off with BB Phil doing a super chat saying it was sad to see teabagging in yesterday's Street Fighter session. Does it happen?
Oh, Phil, did teabagging really offend you that much? Oh, it's a shame.
Often has its toxicity risen. I would guess that anyone who teabags is just a troll. I would think that because I have not noticed in general when I was open playing Street Fighter 6 last year against all comers in ranked matches. Very rarely did I see anything like teabagging or something like that. Every once in a blue moon. So I don't think that it's a common thing in the FGC. I think what it is I'm doing these casual matches. The trolls are purposefully trying to stream snipe me and get in there and trying to play against me. And then if they get one round on me, they teabag because they think it's funny or something. You know, it's the biggest loser mentality you can have. I don't.
You rage quit the fucking game because they were beating your ass senseless. Do you need to remind everyone of your rage quit again? Let's find your rage quit. Where was the rage quit? Did Game of Faces Gaming have the rage quit, or I don't actually. Hold on. What's this? What's this? Maybe a different version. I don't know. This might be it.
Thing I can do. This is such trash gameplay. See? Do you want to teabag me, huh? You can go fuck yourself, fucking idiot. Holy shit, you are a bitch. And there is no way that anyone can dispute it. The moment that you do it and you pull that plug, and if you're doing it publicly, that's even worse. You just proved you have no fucking manhood whatsoever. You're a coward, you're a creep, you're a fucking loser. Don't fucking pull the plug on an online virtual game. You can't, I mean, wow. I can't fucking believe people would do that. You have to be like the lowest level of fucking manhood to do that. I mean, wow.
I think that is I'm going to just hit that quick like and repost on that because that is a great combination. The best part is, you know what the best part of that is? It wasn't that long ago that Phil said that because he was mocking LTG. He was openly mocking LTG, and it's like, yeah, oh, that is beautiful. That was just delightful. I'm just gonna that was good. Oh look, Phil's on break screen apparently. So somebody, this is Phil's on break thing. Apparently. So I wonder what fucking stock fucking footage image that is. Look how proud he is. Guys, look. Somebody gave me a thing and I've added it. Praise me and give me more monies because I've only got 54 buckaroos. Oh God's sake! What the hell? The orders are still not there, but we have a random floaty thing. Anyway, fuck it. Let's get back to the bingo. We've almost won.
I don't think it's a rampant thing in the fighting game community. No. And BB Phil did a second super chat saying, "Are you using D-pad or analog stick?" As I showed many times, I use a joystick because I grew up playing in arcades, so I have to play fighting games on a stick. If I try to play them on a pad, I would likely play worse. Actually, this is the Convo Obsidian 2 arcade joystick for PlayStation 4 and 5 and PC. And this is also the stick that I will use if I do Fightcade later this year. I'll get this working with my PC. There you go. Okay. Cool. So thank you, BB Phil, for the 2 super chats. Did you run the leaderboard? Okay. All right, let's scoot over here. So our first tip of the day. All right, well, someone just tipped $5 and says, I've been watching Detractor content for a couple of weeks, but I want to come by and just kind of hang out with you today and give you a fair shake. Well, welcome. You know, I did my venting this morning on the podcast, but the gameplay is coming, and you'll see it's Elden Ring today, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't, like I said, with my build, I don't know how it's going to go because I feel like that build is really strong in certain cases and weak in others. I'm genuinely interested to hear what your opinion is after the day of content, right? You know,
fucking not. You just want his fucking money.
Oh, this is the podcast definitely is a little different, has a certain vibe. The gameplay's a little different. I use this podcast as a way, excuse me, to talk about topics, give updates, and get things off my chest before we get to the gameplay. Because I feel like if I just jumped right to gameplay, that it would be distracting. People would want.
Oh man, speaking of distracting, thank you for subscribing, Cerulean86. Look at my skeletons, bitch.
To ask me questions and talk about certain topics, and it would basically I would be able to focus on the game. So that's why we do this, you know, every day before the gameplay stream begins. So welcome, thank you for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. As of right now, I don't have any other contributions to shout out. So I'll just keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, if anyone has...
I'll just keep an eye on that. While hinting fucking profusely at you guys to fucking contribute. I'll keep one eye on that fucking that PayPal link for some more contributions.
Any topics they would like to discuss today, please tag me in the chat. I don't have time. We don't really have time to do suggestion box. It's too late at this point. Darth Hobbit says they like my button up. This is yet another one of the new shirts that I bought a few weeks ago when I was out with my wife for the summertime. Nice short sleeve button up.
I want to emphasize a point. Phil mocked going into a store and spending $45 on a brand new premium shirt. Instead, he spent $50 to $60 on multiple shirts. So he ended up spending more money that he apparently doesn't have to get more. Like, Phil, it's like, if you're trying to tell your audience you think times are tough right now, and you're trying to pay your bills, and your channel's fucking struggling right now, don't brag to your audience that you spent a whole bunch of money on multiple clothing items that are discounted. And also, of course...
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
And going out tomorrow, I might look for a few more. I'm actually going to a different, like a thrift store style place tomorrow. This place takes in...
He's gonna spend some cash. He's only got $20 in his pocket.
Shirts that either were not sold or they were sold but never worn. They still have the tags on them and everything. Or sometimes they do have some clothes that were like lightly worn and they clean them up and resell them. So I'm gonna be going there tomorrow, see what I can find. Maybe I'll find a few more shirts and stuff for the summer, maybe some shorts, we'll see. But yeah, I've really enjoyed. By the way, I'm happy that I got these early because we've had some warm days. Like today, it's cooler outside, but the sun is out. So this office is heating up, so it's nice to be able to wear the short sleeve shorts and cool down and be cool in the office here. So good stuff.
The thrift grift is real.
Thank you for the compliment. Let's see. You want to discuss the Sweet Baby Ink thing? Here's the thing. I don't know much about it. From what I'm to understand, and this is just my very cursory knowledge of this topic, I guess there is some kind of a consultation company called Sweet Baby Ink, and it's kind of like an ultra progressive company. Like you hire them to make sure that your game is in line with like progressive themes or something like that, or not deemed offensive. I don't even really understand it, okay? But I guess somehow it got exposed that this was happening, and then they basically researched and found like every game that has...
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for gifting 5 members. Congratulations. hold on. Congratulations. I need to keep scrolling in chat, sorry.
Come the fuck in
D-Dog
or
has
fuck the
gifted
fuck
members.
off.
Hold on. Congratulations to BST, Prophet, a guy with long hair, Samman96, and Chody Taint for getting
Come the
memberships.
fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
And thank you, D-Dog, for gifting those memberships. And let me just like skip
Come the fuck in or fuck the
alerts
fuck
because
off.
I think they repeat twice. The elements is so funny. It's not meant to repeat the animations, but
Come the fuck in or
it's going to
fuck
play
the
like
fuck
10
off.
times, I think, technically.
Oh my dog, what's up?
And actually, it may be okay now. Thank you to Prophet for a super chat who says, "Damn, that's a cold ass honky." Yeah. Can you just ask you finishing, ask you adding to the song that I was badly singing earlier on? Yeah, not a bad tune. Not a bad tune. But yeah, fucking shout out to fucking Macklemore, I guess.
Baby Ink involved in it as part of this consultation has like really, how can I say, like liberal themes or leftist kind of stuff in it that a lot of people have issue with. All right, and so I guess what this is, expose it, and now that it's been exposed, don't buy and support those games if you don't believe in this ideology of existence, honestly.
And D-Dog is trying his best to encourage me to check Discord because he made. Oh my god. Oh well, Tacozilla is also made something. Okay, we will take this time to share the creations that my members have created. So that was Tacozilla with the bubble guns. We have hold on, there's a bunch here. There's a whole bunch. I think Dimmick even got involved. Fuck me. So this is great. Dimmick's one is fucking great. So this is Dimmick's one. Just titled 1984. D-Dog made this. Go ahead, make my tips goal. And I think he also just, he just showed that's a transparent background of that. Made into that. And Tacozilla with the bubble guns. So there we go. That's what I'm saying. You give them material to these creative, bizarrely imaginative people, and they'll make some gold from it. There we go. Thank you very much for sharing your creations, guys. I do appreciate it. Now let's get a Falcon Full House bingo. We haven't ticked anything for a while. I need to hear burger again.
It's a very political thing. It's a very, very political topic from what I'm to understand. So that's all I really know about it. I know there's various people on the internet on either sides of the equation arguing at each other. Kotaku got involved at one point because they're a very leftist games journalist site. In fact, most of the time they don't even really replace news at all or report news at all. They're just doing like hit pieces now and dumb shit.
Exactly what you were fucking doing when you call yourself DSP News sometimes.
But that's it. All I have is a very cursory knowledge of it. I can't confirm or deny any of these claims because I don't have any information about it. Like, I don't even know what games are involved. I don't know how they're involved. You know me, my opinions on a game like The Last of Us 2, right? Where I feel like because they went so far to that in the one direction, the ultra progressive direction, that the game's themes get completely changed from the first game and it ruins the game. Like, the game isn't fun to play because it's such a bad vibe because of the crap they're constantly pushing down your throat. And I think that's bad for gaming in general. But that's my take on Last of Us 2. I don't know what other games they're referencing, nor do I really care. Like I said, I'm not a political guy. I'm not going to sit here and debate politics of games and shit. I'm of the opinion politics shouldn't be in video games, right? The whole point of playing a video game is that you're supposed to...
Well, politics are always going to be involved in most fucking video games. Like, it's not going to be outright obvious, but if you're going to have like some sort of power, if it's some sort of narrative based, you know what I mean? It's like, the authority, the establishment, and you're trying to you're trying to get one over on the establishment, whatever. That's like a political theme as part of the game. You know, like that is always going to be. So these things are usually, there in these, especially these narrative kind of games. You know, like I don't know. It's just it's a really bad take, Phil. It really is. But I guess you're just saying you don't want it to be overly political, or it gets fucking too much or whatever. I don't know. For fuck's sake, the stream broke again. Phil, every time Phil fucking sweeps his hair back, it fucking breaks the fucking stream.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off. Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Supposed to be sitting down and unplugging from reality, entering the world of fantasy, and having some entertainment. How do you find it entertaining if your whole life is already consumed with politics, and then you sit down to play a game and it's all political? It's like, dude, I had enough. Like, I'm sitting here to play Elden Ring, so I don't have to think about left and right wing politics arguing with each other. If I booted up Elden Ring and it was all like political content, I'd be like, what the fuck am I playing? Right? Like, what is going on? Like, why am I even doing this? And I would close it. You know what I'm saying? So, so I don't really get it. And that's why, people have been talking about this topic for like months and asking me to comment on it. I'm like, I don't really have much to say. Like, I'm not part of the debate. I don't want to be part of that debate. I would much rather just enjoy games and hang out with you guys and sit here politically being on one side or the other. And as you know, I'm not either. That's the thing. Like, I'm not left or...
Well, Phil, all you need is 3 words. You could have just fucking used 3 words, and that would have been enough. Ignorance is bliss. That's all I had to say. Phil has apparently not chosen to try and find out more of this. He would rather be ignorant. He doesn't want to understand it, apparently. Ignorance is bliss. I don't know. Both nice says, exactly. That's all I had to say. Instead, he tried to give some sort of strange, bastardized take in it, which doesn't seem... I got no idea fucking myself, which is why I'm not fucking saying anything about it.
Or right wing when it comes to my political thoughts. I'm kind of in the middle. So for me, I can see both sides of different arguments. But I don't want to sit here being political all day with video games. I'd much rather say, no thanks. Let's not go there. I've had enough. I see enough of it on social media. I hear enough of it in real life. I don't need to then have this be part of my gaming talk as well. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. What else would you guys like to talk about? I think we already covered that one now, right?
That's funny. Dickon left.
Fuck you.
Oh my god, excuse me. So I knew it. Every line in the chat is about this. I don't want to talk about this. I really don't. I don't care about this political bullshit. Let's talk about something else. Did I watch other Star Trek TV series other than Next Generation? Yes, I also watched Deep Space Nine when it was on TV, and then I watched Voyager later on demand. I think all 3 of them are great shows, but Next Generation is always going to be my favorite. Do I think spiders are too scary to be in video games? No. It's the realm of fantasy. It's not real. Ansu Kumar says, I'm 80 plus hours into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and in the final stretch. Although the game is amazing, I'm glad it's about to end. I don't think you'll ever get back to it. It's just so long, but fun.
You're not going to expand on that kind of question? Like, he doesn't think you're going to get back to the game? That's what it sounds like. Like, it sounds like he's opinionating that you're not going to return to the game. And you're just staying silent like, yeah, bitch, you're right. I want to hear that again. Like, did Phil misread it or something? Because it sounds like the guy's got the opinion that Phil will not return to complete that game. And Phil has not bothered to challenge him on that fucking point. I mean, am I crazy for thinking that? Or is that the impression? It sounds like that's what the fucking contribution said. I guess we'll fucking see. Also, I'm just kind of waiting for the stream to fucking fix itself, because
I rewound it 5 seconds and it fucking broke things again. I'm just gonna spam buttons until things start working again.
You have been the personification of stupidity since 1997.
You sound like a human vacuum cleaner, managing to both suck and blow at the same time.
Alright, we got it.
Hours into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and in the final stretch. Although the game is amazing, I'm glad it's about to end. I don't think you'll ever get back to it. It's just so long but fun.
I don't think you'll ever get back to it. And he's not challenging that.
Felix the Mate says Final Fantasy VII is about eco-terrorists trying to save the world. It's impossible to escape politics in game. Final Fantasy VI is the returners fighting against the evil empire who are treating everyone unfairly. It's basically revolt against the government, right? The difference is obvious fantasy plot and setting versus something where they're actually trying to represent real life politics in the game. Do you understand the difference? Like, I understand the whole eco-terrorist thing in Final Fantasy VII, but it doesn't feel like you're working for Greenpeace. It doesn't feel like you're the fucking Captain Planet team, right? It's not like they're trying to actually shove those things down. There's no real Mako in real life, correct? So it's like, it's a fantasy idea about it. As opposed to, imagine if literally you're playing Final Fantasy VII and the entire game is about deforestation, drilling for oil, and the greenhouse effect. Would you be tired then? You probably would. You'd probably say the game sucks, right? Well, that's literally what they're doing with these other games. They're putting real life political agenda shit in the game.
Parallelogram Yosef tipped £1. I can't believe I'm listening to a Scotsman complain about ye pig squealing. I want the minutes of this live stream refunded. I keep drinking more radiator fluid to calm me nerves, but this Scot deserves ridicule. Throw tomatoes at M. Tomato, tomato, tomato.
For God's sake, thank you very much, Parallelogram Yusuf, for a tip. But please, people, don't throw the tomatoes at me. Save your tomatoes to make your own amazing tomato sauce with copious amounts of sugar poured in, just like Phil Burnell does. There's a real bona fide, genuine Italian.
Sucks, right? Well, that's literally what they're doing with these other games. They're putting real life political agenda shit in the games, and that's what's turning people off, you see, because it's the real life stuff shoved in your throat.
Phil said you see.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are 2 away from a full house.
Rather than a fictional setting to something that might have a tie to something real. What announcement were revealed do I want to see during Summer Game Fest? For me, it's cut off. For me, it's BioShock 4 and Kingdom Hearts 4. Man, what announcements do I want during Summer Game Fest? Shit.
Nobody has told him what to look forward to. He can't think of anything.
You ask me these questions, but it's like the only way I could answer that question would be to sit here and think about it for a while and mull over games that really we've been waiting for information on for a while and we didn't get any. Like, for example, Elder fucking Scrolls. It's about goddamn time we get at least a piece of information about the next Elder fucking Scrolls. It ain't gonna happen, you know, but that's what I want. Mass Effect. I want information about the next Mass Effect right fucking now. I'm tired of waiting. I want it now. But we're not gonna get it.
honest to fuck. Phil is more and more reminding me of like Homer Simpson, you know, episode of like The Simpsons when like fucking Homer's playing like poker or something with like Lenny and Carl and Mo or whatever, and like something said not good. That whole thing.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Phil's imagination and inability to kind of think of something. And like, you know, something was said, what was it? I need time to think about it, you know. It reminds me more and more of Homer Simpson. I said Homer Simpson is quite enjoyable as a character compared to Phil Burnell. Something said not good. Big ups to Anders Pack for popping their membership message saying getting rid of a membership milestone. But yeah, big ups to Anders Pack for that.
You see? There you go. Elder Scrolls and Mass Effect, and we're not going to get that information, so there's no point in me even getting my hopes up, right? Alright, something more realistic. Dragon Age Dreadwolf. I want information on Dragon Age Dreadwolf. There you go. Okay. I received a $7.06 tip. It says,
who fucking cares?
Watching Heavy Rain, your videos and streams put me through the trials of life. Pull me through the trials of life. Crazy to think how much time has passed since then. Happy you're still going at it. Thank you. An anonymous $7.06 tipper.
Phil's original Heavy Rain playthrough pulled a random tipper through the trials of life. Make of that what you will. I need to hear that again, but it pulled that original playthrough. Pulled Phil that tipper through the trials of life.
Dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Boat Knight for the super chat. It says, why can't he stay still? Undiagnosed condition. Is his back. Apparently.
He sways back and he rocks back and forth on the X and Y axis. He can't help himself. But yeah, he blames his back for it. He can't sit still. He's got wrestler's leg syndrome and also wrestler's beg syndrome. You know what I mean? Where he can't stop his leg from jiggling or his fucking, you know, self from begging for money. But yeah, all sorts of things are wrong with him. You know, the fucking bad back, the begging, the leg jiggling, the moves fucking bouncing about. All sorts of things going wrong with him.
Cool. There you go.
Let's hear this again. Let's hear this again. This tip.
I received a $7.06 tip. It says, I've been watching you since Heavy Rain. Your videos and streams put me through the trials of life. Pull me through the trials of life. Crazy to think how much time has passed since then. Happy you're still going at it. Thank you. An anonymous $7.06 tipper. Yeah, I'm still here, still going strong. I'm not going anywhere. And, you know, I've been around for so long that I have an entire channel based around nostalgia of my old content. How crazy is that? Right? Pretty darn crazy.
I like how the tipper was saying that, you know, Phil's content pulled them through the trials of life, and Phil immediately kind of turned it around to himself saying, yeah, I'm still here. Like, Phil, you're not going to congratulate that person for getting through their, you know, trying turbulent life and all that shit. You just immediately made it about yourself. Thank you very much to Anders Pack for a very generous super chat, who says, here's a bit of cash to add to the bingo. Cash or a couple of pints. You deserve more than a few of those. We've been able to handle Piggy over and over. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna need several fucking pints of alcohol to get through some of this. But thank you very much, Anders Pack, indeed, for the super chat. And yeah, but it's me. That's what I'm saying. Because of people like yourself, I can afford to give back to you guys and have like bingo prizes and all that shit. You know what I mean? And all that jazz. You know. So yeah, well, it's like some of it goes back to you guys as well. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. So yeah, cheers, Anders Pack, for that. I'll definitely be buying some pints as well, though. Of course, naturally, it's to be expected.
You think about it. Cool. Thank you very much. Beyond Good and Evil 2, I'll be honest, I don't think they're still making it. I think that game was internally either completely put on hold or canceled. I really don't believe that it's being made at this point at all. But for some reason, Ubisoft hasn't officially canceled it. But when you go so many years without any information on a game, it's not being made anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Skull and Bones, even though it took so long to come out, we were getting information. We were getting snippets of information, updates saying, yes, it's still coming. Here's another piece of information. It's a piece of shit, but at least we had info. We have no info on Beyond Good and Evil 2 at all. Since that trailer, what, 5-6 years ago, something like that? That game's not being made. There's absolutely no fucking way. I received a $20 tip for 1 Minute Man. He says, did you know certain games won't be the right choice as a variety streamer, but you eventually played to viewer demand? Which games would you have preferred to play instead?
I do apologise for interrupting 1 Minute Man's tip with the real noise. Allow me to rewind that so you guys can hear what 1 Minute Man said.
He says, did you know certain games won't be the right choice as a variety streamer, but you eventually played to viewer demand? Which games would you have preferred to play instead? It's a good question. Because actually that's what we were kind of facing, is if we're having RPG overload, right? And people, even if the good games are RPG, like I think Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a fine game. I would like to be playing it right now, but it's not working. I was playing it, I was getting 200 viewers and no contributions, and people were complaining it was boring. So that's why we stopped playing it, okay?
Remember though, it's not about the money.
So the question is, what should I have played? I think Alone in the Dark was a great choice because I needed variety and I needed something fresh, and survival horror always is good content for me. Perhaps I would say, if it weren't for me trying out Helldivers 2, which people have been yelling for months, perhaps I would have explored some stuff on the mini PC, looked for some more indie style games or horror games in that respect. And not say they would have been long games, but at least it would have brought some big variety to the streams. You know, see what's actually going on in the realm of that I usually don't touch upon. Also, people have been...
I think, Phil, you should make an executive decision and cancel Helldivers next stream and just instead fucking look for a wee game on a mini PC. It's just impromptu mini PC indie game hunt. Just say, fuck you, Helldivers, you're not making enough money for me. I'm going to do something different.
This is the fucking Shawshank Redemption, right? But with more tunneling through shit, no fucking redemption.
A lot of people are all about emulation. They're like, dude, you're really missing out on like a gold mine with emulation on your mini PC. And I'm like, you may be right. Like, maybe there's a lot of games out there I've never played because I couldn't play them because they're not available on a console. And maybe emulation is the way to go, but I don't know anything about it. You know, that's something that I would need guidance. I would need someone to actually help me to understand it. So maybe that route, maybe I would have actually jumped and delved further into the mini PC to look for games on Steam, horror games in particular, but maybe other stuff, indie games. Maybe would have, you know, tried some mini PC emulation stuff. Maybe I would have got Fightcade set up already, right? There's a lot of different things in that regard. Or, I mean, on the other flip side of that, could have jumped into like something like Game Pass Because I haven't even been in the Game Pass menu in how many months? Even look to see what's there. They should have found some gems on Game Pass that would have been quick playthroughs that would have been fun or interesting or original or different that aren't RPGs, right? Something like that. That's what I think. But again, that's just me talking out of my butt. You know, we didn't get to that point yet to really do much research.
Bruh.
Fuck you, Phil.
Excuse me. Anto Kamaru says, yeah, emulation is not what it used to be. It's extremely easy now in the current year. You can set it up in like 3 minutes. So there you go. I received a $2 tip. What about a game like Spec Ops: The Line? It's modern day politics at the time, 90% of the plot, which led to a great twist in the story. I think it worked because no one knew that's what it was, right? Like when you played Spec Ops: The Line, you thought it was just going to be like a military shooter game. And then people played it, they were like, what the hell? This is seriously heavy horror-handed writing. And it was like shocking at the time. That's what the game was. I didn't know what it was that either. Getting into it, I had no clue that's what the game was going to be. I was super shocked. Like everybody else, we got to these parts where people are melting with white phosphorus right in front of you. You're like, oh my God, this is disturbingly disgusting and fucked up. So I think if it's done in a way for the game to be different or like a shock value like that, I think it works. I think when it's heavy-handed, pushing modern day themes down your throat that don't seem to belong in the game, that's when it doesn't work, right? No, I never played a House of the Dead game on stream. I mean, how really would I? It's a light gun game, and there's no way to even use a light gun with modern TVs anymore, right? I know that they've had ports where you're just moving the target around with a thumb, but that's really not the same thing, right? They have this interesting premise for light gun game, like emulation at one point, where so your target is the little reticle that moves around on the screen, right? But to make it simulate like you're using a real gun, it would speed up the movement if you held a certain button. So when you're aiming, you're either aiming real slow, or if you see something fast, you might react and try to swing your arm over there fast, right? So what they would do is you would move at standard speed, but then if you held the button, you could move faster across the screen. Of course, it's harder to get accurate aim when you're flying across the screen like that. I forget what game it was that I played like that, and I actually thought it worked really well, because it felt like you were actually using a gun to play the game, despite the fact using a target or cursor. But man, I can't remember what game it was. Was it Resident Evil? No, because the Resident Evil Chronicles actually was on the Wii, and it was motion control guns. So now I can't remember what it was. Lord Thomas says what made Spec Ops: The Line shocking, it was the 7th or 8th Spec Ops style game. They were all just generic military games, but no one expected that one to have a narrative at that level, right? Would I be interested in playing Duke Nukem Forever again? Probably not. When Duke Nukem Forever came out in 2011, already, the game was like 12, 13 years late and felt like a game from the 90s. Now, I was okay with that because I had played the original Duke Nukem and I got the joke. You know, the joke is, oh my God, it's 2011 and I'm playing a game that feels like it's 1997 again, right? And it worked. Like, it was a playable game. It had very fun segments. Sure, it had insanely immature humor and stuff because that's always what was in Duke Nukem, but I felt like it worked as a game for what it was trying to do. Most people hated it. Most people said it was terrible, it was awful, it was a joke and not an entertaining game. Since I have played the original Duke Nukem, I got the joke and I really liked it. You know, I kind of compare that to Double Dragon Neon, which was a game that played almost exactly like old Double Dragon with a few modernizations, but for the most part played like old Double Dragon. And the critics at the time panned it and said, oh, it's too outdated. It's like, but that was the point. That's what they're going for. They're trying to make basically another Double Dragon. So why are you saying it sucks just because it plays like the old game? That was the idea. So it was the same thing. Like Duke Nukem Forever played like classic Duke Nukem, just with a few modernizations like the graphics, and then people complain. It's like, what did you think it was going to be? It says right on there, Duke Nukem, you know, it's not going to be anything else. But anyway, no, I don't think a modern playthrough would work. The game already was outdated. Probably playing it today, people would be even more, you know, 13 years later, be like, oh my God, it's so fucking bad, right? So I don't think so. I don't think I'll be going back to play that one again. Mr. AG107 did a super chat saying, how long do you think GTA 6 will be delayed? So you, it's funny. So we know it's supposed to come out next year, correct? That's what they're saying now. You know, it's interesting. I don't know. Because here's the thing. For as much as they're making Grand Theft Auto 6 to be a narrative-based game, because every GTA starts as a narrative-based game, you also know that they're implementing online, because GTA Online is the most profitable thing that Rockstar's ever done, right? So with GTA 5, if you remember, online wasn't done yet, but they wanted to get the game out there, so they sold it first, and everyone played.
Okay, before you even continue, look, yes, the online aspect will be important for them as well down the fucking line, but that doesn't mean they're going to fucking completely disregard the single player story element to it. GTA 5 is a very replayable game, in my opinion, as a single player game. Especially in PC, where you can fucking do all sorts of different kind of things, but I'm still playing the fucking game with the chaos mods. I need to complete that fucking run still. I'm going to try to fucking finish the entirety of the story mission with the goddamn chaos mod going, try to screw me over. You know what I mean? So there's all sorts of things you can do to fucking tweak the game and all that sort of shit. But Rockstar, fundamentally, have always kind of tried their best. Also, they would love it to fucking have they hit the fucking, you know, the diamond mine with fucking GTA Online for GTA 5. But also they tried to repeat that success with Red Dead Redemption 2. And the single player game, amazing. Red Dead 2 Online, dead. So it doesn't always work for them. There's no guarantee GTA 6 Online is going to be a big fucking success. It completely depends on, I imagine they might try and implement the same sort of things that GTA 5 has over time, who knows. But they're going to want to make sure that people will come back to the game regardless of online play or not. And the narrative is always going to be important, usually for, in my experience anyway. I know there's different people now at the helm at Rockstar. There's different people, like some original people who are there and have been there for years have gone. So I'm definitely concerned a little bit about how good it'll be as a, because I've grown up with every single Grand Theft Auto. I've played every single Grand Theft Auto apart from like Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, but I've seen these games. I mean, I know what happens in those games, but I've not actually played those. But I mean, GTA 1, I play as a fucking child. You know what I mean? The top-down view, you're fucking leading Harry Krishnas onto the fucking train tracks to fucking fly them and all that shit, and just fucking, you know, finding tanks and all that shit, and just, yeah. So I've played this game for years. It's been a big part of my gaming experience, essentially, playing Grand Theft Auto. Vice City's my favourite fucking game. The stories in these fucking games are usually so very well crafted, you know, and it makes you fucking enjoy them. Some of the characters as well, and how Rockstar build and develop characters, you know. It's just, it's something over time that's gotten better and better and better. I thought, and that's what I'm saying, you ask random people who their favourite GTA 5 protagonist is, Michael, Trevor or Franklin, you're going to get a variety of different answers. And BST says GTA 2 is my favourite one. GTA 2 had unbelievable AI for the time. Like, you had enemies who knew to fucking go around cars if the car was in your way between you and them. But at the time, for a PlayStation game, that was fucking incredible sort of AI. They were just fucking, you know, we weren't just fucking dumbly just shooting the cars in the way. No, they knew to fucking go around it. And yeah, Dimmer says GTA London. Yeah, exactly. You had to have the original GTA game and then use that to basically power the expansion, like the GTA London pack. I played that as well. It's crazy, man. But yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Rockstar over time, over the years, have really put effort into making sure they're crafting something, which is not also just obviously, yeah, they would love it if fucking online was a huge fucking runaway success. But they're going to try and make sure it's a fucking good story as well. They're going to fucking make sure that is nailed on, and it's going to leave people wanting more. And who knows, there might be some more. I mean, depending on the success of GTA 6 Online, there could be single player DLC. Who knows? GTA 5 was meant to have it, but then it kind of got canned, and it got turned into online DLC for some of the main characters from the single player game. It is what it is. But you get what I'm saying, though. It's kind of naive, I felt, to just think, oh, Rockstar won't care about the story of GTA 6 because of online.
They do the story, and then, like a week or two later, then they released GTA Online, which didn't work. It took about a week for it to actually start working, but then when it started working, it blew up, right? Do you think they will do the same thing with GTA 6? Or, being that they know...
Siege mode. We are one away from a full house.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We only need one more.
That the online component is likely going to be their next cash cow for at least another decade. Do you think they will wait and delay the actual release of the game until online is ready and then release them simultaneously? The story as well as the online. I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I think like it would work if they did it like GTA 5, where just release the story once it's done, let people have a month or two to play through the story and enjoy it, because then when online comes out, it's going to become the dominant thing, and no one's going to be talking about the story again, right? I don't know. The other question is, are people now going to expect the story to just be an afterthought? Because with GTA 5, we were still of the mentality that, you know, Rockstar was all in on their characters and their plots, and there was going to be DLCs. In fact, I just found this out recently. As you know, GTA 5 has tons of Easter eggs, right? And one of the Easter eggs was this mystery of Mount Chiliad, where if you do all this hidden content in the game, you can actually find like a cave painting. And it's bizarre because it definitely is...
You don't have to do any fucking... Like, the cave painting thing is there the whole time. You don't have to... This is so dumb. This is so naive. The mystery of Mount Chiliad is not... There is no real mystery, but Rockstar like to fucking make you think there is a fucking mystery there. It's a big, you know... It's basically the San Andreas. It's like San Andreas Bigfoot. Remember playing San Andreas and people kept fucking come up with these fucking Bigfoot memes? Oh, I saw Bigfoot's in the fucking game and all that shit, and people are fucking losing their mind. The amount of fucking conspiracy theories that San Andreas spawned was incredible. Yeah. MGSD's but the jetpack, yeah. So yeah, like the cave painting thing is there. If you go up Mount Chiliad and go in a fucking little elevator area, the painting's right there. There's no sort of strange, oh, you need to fucking do this and do that to unlock it or whatever. No, it's just there. And it's just a strange little drawing, you know what I mean? And yeah, there are obviously Easter eggs in the fucking game. But that's another thing entirely. Phil, I think it would be difficult to have DLC single player content for GTA 5 because the game gives you 3 different options on how you finish the game.
You go end in A, you kill Michael. End in B, you kill Trevor. And end in C, you just say fuck you to all the rich guys and you fucking just team up with Michael and Trevor and kill the fuck out of everyone. Most people pick option C because everyone stays alive and you fucking kill the bad guys, it's all good. But if people pick option A and B and that's them locked in there with those options, they've killed one of the main protagonists to fucking complete the game. And then you're going to try and build DLC around that to try and, you know, I think it would complicate things. Like, Franklin's the one that basically is guaranteed to stay alive, but you're going to have build single player DLC content around him, which won't involve Michael or Trevor. Yeah.
Referencing something about the game, but you don't know what. So people over the years, the last decade, figured it out and they said, this cave painting hidden in the game, the Mystery of Mount Chiliad, actually was an Easter egg viral promotion for the GTA 5 DLCs. Each one references the plot of Michael and Franklin and Trevor's DLC.
It's a theory.
Stories. Like, it's a teaser preview of what they were going to be. And it's like, so they literally put all this into the game knowing that they were going to do the content, and then when online blew up, they just dropped it all. They literally never made the DLCs. They don't exist anymore. So you've got references in the base game for something that never existed. But that's what I mean. When GTA 5 came out, 100% everyone expected Rockstar would be focused on their characters and the narrative and DLCs, and it never came to fruition. With GTA,
to an extent, that's right, because GTA, I mean, Rockstar did announce there was meant to be a single player DLC, and it didn't really happen. It is what it is.
GTA 6 is Rockstar saying, we're not expecting to do anything further with our characters. We're just going to do one story and then it's online for the next decade, right? And if that's the case, will the story even be as good? I'm curious. Will they put more effort into online than the story? Is that why the game's taking so long? Because they want to redo online as a whole new universe, you know, different things? I don't know. But I'll tell you this, it's disturbing. I am nervous about it. I like Rockstar games as narrative games. I didn't like GTA Online. I played it a few times. I never got it. I never understood it, why it would catch on or be popular. And then it was virally popular and everyone played it, you know, made them billions of dollars with microtransactions for crap. And it's just, I don't know, I guess.
And here is the fucking reason why Phil was having a fucking rant about this. He didn't like the experience because he's not a very social person. However, millions of people fucking did enjoy the experience, and because Rockstar made a bunch of fucking money letting people enjoy that experience that he couldn't enjoy because he's not a social person, he's going to be bitterly jealous about it. It's a big gaming thing that a lot of people have embraced and a lot of people fucking enjoy, but he didn't enjoy it, so no one else is allowed to fucking enjoy it either.
You know, my brain is not in line with modern gamers anymore. That are the memers, people who are all over the viral sensation games again, Helldivers 2 and the fucking Among Us and the Pal World, whatever game's hot, you gotta play it. Gotta play the next online experience. That's just a social thing that doesn't mean anything. None of that to me is gaming. Really. Like, to me, that's like, I'm fucking around. That's not serious gaming. Those aren't the games that would stand out to me or resonate, but those are the ones that become culturally synonymous now in pop culture. It's weird how things have changed, right? It is, so. Anyway, yeah, who knows? Will GTA 6 actually come out next year as planned? Or will they keep delaying it because they want online to be ready? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I really don't have a good answer for that, right? No, I've...
Reminder, we need one more thing for a full house. We've got 2 free spaces, 1 free space for the likes, and another free space because Phil said spiritual successor, and I promised it. So there you go.
Absolutely no interest whatsoever in the finals. 0.
I just want you guys to understand that means the world to me when I get a message.
Okay, guys, anything else?
You know, my life has been tough.
Any other questions, comments, concerns, or topics to talk about before we prepare to adjourn and get ready to resume my Elden Ring second run?
When I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. You know, like all the shit that happened to me and all the stress and the...
Can I remember the story of a game I played 10 years ago because I seem to have a good memory? It depends on, honestly, it depends on the game. If the game has a big, epic, rememberable story, then yes. If it's just a random game that I played 10 years ago that never went anywhere, then probably not, you know?
Did Phil just say rememberable? I don't mind. I'm not an expert in English language, you know, as a Scotsman I can't butcher it. But that doesn't sound like a word to me. Rememberable.
Rememberable story, then yes.
I don't know, then again, Dajudan says it's a perfectly cromulent word, so there you go.
If it's just a random game that I played 10 years ago that never went anywhere, then probably not, you know? Wow, Darth Hobbit says, Alien Isolation will be 10 years old this year. Let that sink in. Yeah, 2014, right? Hey, I'm about to hit my 10-year anniversary as a Washingtonian. Yeah, 10 years. I mean, by now, I have made far more content by myself in Washington than any of the content that I made back when I lived in Connecticut. You know, Connecticut years were 2008 to mid-2014. So roughly about 5 to 6 years. I've been here 10 years now. 10 years of content here in this state.
Who fucking
Pretty crazy
cares?
to think about, because a lot of people like to reminisce about the old days of content and whatever. No, I made far more stuff here in this room than anywhere else. You know? Pretty nuts.
Who fucking
But
cares?
man, how things have changed, right? The kind of content I make, the style that I make it, all my equipment, visuals, who I am, as a person, right? I mean, it's completely different from 10 years ago. You watch any random video from 10 years ago compared to today, and it's like, what the hell? That's the same dude, right? The only thing that sounds the same is the voice. You know, the whole commentary style, the gameplay style, the streaming style, me and my life, all completely different from 10 years ago. You still remember the day I moved? Let me just tell you. When I moved out here, okay? When I moved out here, this...
hold on. What the fuck was that little creepy-ass laugh?
Oh my god, what's up?
Thank you very much to Tato for a super chat. Or is it Tato? As in like potato? I don't know. I just said Tato because it seemed like it's probably Tato. Thank you, Tato, for a super chat who says, do you think Phil realises how terrible he is? On the contrary, I think he truly believes the shit he's saying. He truly believes like he is smarter than most other people. He truly believes, you know, these sort of things where he just knows better. He is basically the fucking picture child of, you know, narcissism. You know, he truly does think his farts don't fucking stink or whatever. He will occasionally put himself down, but you can tell he's not really genuine about it, you know. He's not exactly being sincere when he tries to put himself down. He's just trying his best to kind of be, oh, look at me guys, I'm relatable because I'm a moron and I'm an idiot and I rage at the games, not shit. But then he's like turning to his chat and telling them he knows how better than what works for his channel than they do, and how fucking dumb his chat are for fucking suggesting games like Kill Divers to fucking play. And you know, I mean, he is really so far up his own arse, you know, and he does not think he's terrible. I know that for a fact. He thinks he is a victim. A very... So here's how I think Phil perceives himself. He is the most hated YouTube content creator on the platform. I think he genuinely believes that. He thinks he has the worst trolls compared to all these other lolcows. He doesn't want to believe he's a lolcow, even though he clearly is one. And he genuinely believes that nobody has it as bad as him on YouTube. Even though he gets 6 figures fucking a year from his dumbass dentheads that fucking throw money at him for, you know, because he needs to fucking pay his bills and all that shit. He genuinely believes every day his life is in danger because of trolls and detractors. And he cannot help but just convince himself constantly that, you know, maybe the narcissism is a shield. Who knows? Maybe fucking tries to make himself sound so fucking superior as a fucking shield, a fucking defense method to try and fucking defend himself from all the haters and trolls. Who fucking knows? But who knows? That's a Steve Dead sort of question. that's definitely something for Steve to answer potentially, you know, and expand upon as well. But there's no way Phil thinks he's terrible. I can tell you that right now.
You still remember the day I moved? Let me just tell you.
Yeah, that's why that creepy ass fucking chuckle. Why?
When I moved out here, okay? When I moved out here, this is when reality smacked me in the face. Because back when I lived in Connecticut, it was like, basically like everything kind of went right for me in Connecticut. Not saying everything was perfect, but like there were things that mostly things went in my way. It's like as soon as I moved out here, this is reality. It was like, oh my god. You know,
borderline clown mode, but not really. Also, is that a burp?
As soon as I moved out here,
yeah, that's a burp. It's borderline clown mode, but not really.
This is reality. It was like, oh my god. You know, everything started to fall apart. Whether it was, you know, I could immediately the week I moved out here, I couldn't even make good content because my equipment wasn't working right, and you know, immediately when I moved out here, my income dropped, and it was like a huge problem because I was like, dude, I spent all this money moving out here, and now all of a sudden I have a big income dip, and it hurt bad. You know, and then within a year, all my personal life started to unravel. You know, I got swatted and all this crazy shit going on with my relationships and everything. And it was everything started falling apart.
Sorry, Phil. Not plural. Singular. A relationship. Liana dumped your ass. She walked away. Walk away, bright eyes.
And that's really when I like I said, in life, when the time in life that you will mature the most is when you're faced with the strongest adversity you've ever faced and getting through it and handling it, right? That's really shows like the mettle of a person, and that's when the true person will you're either going to mature and learn from mistakes and hardships and get through them and come out that end a better person, or you're going to crumble and fall apart. It's one or the other, right? And for me, I really feel like this last decade, right, has been a test, but I've come out of that decade a much better person, a much better content creator. Everything around here is just much better. And it might not have turned out that way, right? It could have been the opposite. It could have been I turned into a big fucking mess a drama queen piece of shit, just being like all the other drama queen piece of shits on the internet who just constantly have to be immersed in this drama culture in order to make a living. And it very well could have gone that way for me, and it didn't, and I'm happy it didn't. I feel like for as many missteps as I made those first few years that I lived here, then I had that epiphany and a turnaround, and you know, these last many years have been much better for me, thankfully, right? But yeah, you know, coming up on my 10-year anniversary living here, it's like, dude, this is where my real adult life began. The moment I moved here.
Oh my god. Steve, you are going to have so much fun with this clip. I can tell you right now, Steve's fucking blackboard behind him, the chalkboard or whatever. Yeah, I had a feeling that would trigger Steve. My real adult life began at 35. Have fun with that one, Steve.
Into this home, and things changed for me in my life. This is where my life really began. Before, everything else was just kind of like the precursor to my real life here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like it's the last 10 years of the first 10 real adult years of my life, which is weird because I should have been an adult when I was 18, but I don't feel like the adult life started until I moved in here. And then it was just like hardship, difficulty, setback, problem. And I just had to constantly keep dealing with those over and over. You know what I mean? Do I miss living in my old place? Absolutely not. I hated that place. Seriously. The one advantage was I was living by myself, and it was a pad where I could do whatever I wanted. Because I was, you know, only by myself, so I could game whenever I wanted, drink whenever I wanted, eat whatever I wanted, do whatever I wanted at any time, right? That was the advantage. But that place sucked. It was tiny. It was cramped. The temperatures were awful. It was either way too hot or way too cold all the time. You know, everything in that place was just bleh. Too expensive. Nothing there was worth it. Like I told you guys, just think of it this way. You know the house I live in now. It's a relatively large house, okay? It's, you know, good square footage, many rooms. It's a nice...
Too big for two people, Phil. Let's just fucking break down this, okay? You live in a fucking family-sized home, but it's just you and cat there, and literally a pet cat as well. Like, it's such a big place, which is wasted in just two fucking people.
Nice house. The place in Connecticut was literally 3 rooms. It was bedroom, bathroom, and, you know, living room, kitchen, all together. So it's three-room small apartment style condo versus my nice big house now. The condo dues on the Connecticut condo.
Oh, that was such a... Now, I'm sorry for pausing again, but just him saying dues like that, I feel like Dark Side of Flow will get a lot of benefit from that variation of dues.
And, you know, living room, kitchen, all together. So it's three-room small apartment style condo versus my nice big house now. The condo dues on the Connecticut condo were the same as the dues here when I moved here. Now, the dues have gone up over the last 10 years, but the point I'm making is that's how overpriced shit is in Connecticut. I was paying the same amount of money for the dues in a tiny little rinky-dink fucking cramped condo as I was paying for a giant house out here. It didn't make any fucking sense. The place sucked. It was just way overpriced. Way overpriced living there. All because I live near New York City. Fuck that. Who fucking cares about New York City? Got your mind.
Isn't Connecticut primarily known as some sort of like rich person place? Not the entire place, I know, but I was under the impression that Connecticut was one of those kind of, you know, upper class sort of places where the kind of elite kind of tend to dwell something. I don't know. That's a general. I don't know. That's just what I get. That's like, am I confusing it for someone else? Isn't there a place in America which is considered kind of like quite upmarket in terms of like snobbery? I can't mind.
Darth Hobbit says, I moved 9 years ago. I'm in my 30s, but I feel like my life began then. I'm married and a parent now. I felt like I was just existing before I moved. But, I mean, right, it's exactly what I feel like. Again, that whole time, in my 20s, I was so heavily in the Street Fighter, right? And then, my late 20s and the early 30s, it was the early YouTube days. But it wasn't until I moved right here 10 years ago that the day I moved in was the day my adult life began. In reality, smacked me in the face. The honeymoon of life was over, right? All those misconceptions I had about how everything was going to be great or whatever, you know, oh, I'm going to be a popular YouTuber forever. I'm going to make tons of money forever. I'm never going to have any financial problems, right? Remember, I used to have a fortune. I went to a Chinese restaurant with my parents the first year when I was a YouTuber, and I opened a fortune cookie. And in the fortune cookie, it said, you will not have to worry about money ever again. That's what the fortune said. And I was like, this is a sign that for the rest of my life, I'll be having rolling in YouTube money. This is amazing. And yeah, right? Like that lasted a few years. I moved out here and ooh, went right down the shitter with all of that. So that's what I mean. Like I was very stupid and naive and immature. And I moved out here and all this stuff started to go wrong. And I realized then that life is going to be challenged. But then I learned how to handle those challenges, right? I became a better person. I stopped delving into drama. I stopped bothering with, you know, all kinds of shit that was getting me into trouble, and changed for the better. You know, one of the things that had to change was my relationships. You know, had to change. My life situation was a toxic one at that point. I had to get out of it, and I did. And now,
low-key dig towards Liana. Leanne, oh my god, hold on.
The bitch got a fucking job because you fucking couldn't provide for her. You know, she went out and sought real fucking work when times are tough because you wouldn't bother your arse looking for a job yourself when the fucking YouTube money started to dry up. You went out there and fucking did something about the situation, whereas you kept sitting in your arse begging your audience for money to fucking keep you going. But yeah, apparently she was a toxic person in that relationship and things had to change. I don't know, that's a bit... That's some interesting shade being thrown there by Phil, better be careful.
Oh, I'm all the better for it. I'm much happier. I'm happily married, great home life, great job, right? Seriously. If anything, what you could say is, at least, I've made many mistakes, but if you look at me today versus old Phil, you can say that I've definitely changed, and I'm not doing the same stuff, and I'm not making the same mistakes, you know, that I used to. The stuff that you can get me for now is like, okay, I rage too much when I play fighting games. Big deal. I agree with you. That's like my guilty pleasure thing. I play a fighting game and I lose my temper and I start swearing at people and acting like an immature asshole. It's like the old days of Phil. The old FGC Phil comes out when I play Street Fighter 6 online, right? But the thing is, for the most part, I'm so different from how I used to be. That's the rarity, right? You know, now my streams feel different. My content's different. Everything's, I'm an older dude. I'm a more mature guy. I look completely different, right? Like, look at me now versus back then. I'm much more healthy. I'm much more clear-minded than I was back then, you know? So, there you have it. I'm much better positioned today, that's for sure.
Who's he trying to convince? His audience? Ourselves? Him? Who's he trying to convince here?
Okay. All right, everybody. I think this is a good place to wrap it up. That was a good, nice, positive way to end it, I feel. All right. I hope you'll stick around for Elden Ring as I take on the tougher challenges of the game now with the magic build. You know, I feel like the whole first 2/3 of the game was more of a cakewalk, and now we're getting to the real tough stuff at the end that's going to challenge me with this build because I don't have any health. I'm just getting smashed, right? So I hope you stick around, and if you like survival horror and you want to see the alternate creepy plot line, I hope you'll come by tonight for Alone in the Dark. If not, well, I wish you the best. I hope you have a safe day today and tomorrow when I'm off. I'll be back Friday with more multiplayer madness. All right, but in the meantime, thank you all. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you all soon on the next episode of Level 1 Podcast. All right. By the way, what do you guys think of the new intro animations? Hold on. Like, hold on. Like,
wait for
this. I mean, gotta turn off the music. You like that one? We have 3. 2 of them look really nice. One of them sadly didn't render high res enough, so it looks very pixelated, so I'm not using it. You like this one? And then we also have this one, which I used yesterday. Pretty cool, huh? Little quick renderings for when I start the podcast, instead of just my stupid face staring at you from like 10 years ago. Right? Pretty nice. But I like, there's another one that I like too. It looks like a bunch of little YouTubes. Like little YouTube TVs. But sadly, hold on. But sadly, that one, like I said, it didn't render right. So it ended up being like really pixelated. And I tried it one day, people were like, oh, it doesn't look good. So I haven't used it since, and maybe I can find a way to like maybe upscale it or something to make it look better. I'm not sure. Anyway.
I think we're going to get cloud mode here with a BRB screen.
Let's just get the camera set up. I am going to take a break to use the bathroom before we begin. I have to today. Camera looks centered. It looks good, right? Looks pretty good. Is that off slightly? It is off slightly. I think that's perfect now. Good. Perfectly in the Elden Ring border, right?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Nice. Okay, you're right. You know, Bookworms right says they remind me of old Windows screensavers. I kind of agree. I like it for that. I mean, it is called the Level 1 Podcast, so it's kind of a retro vibe, right? I like the vibe of those intros, so. Okay.
Oh, it is stock footage from a webs. Oh my god.
Oh, and guess what? I got all these improvements. Guess what else I got? So I'm gonna go on a break to use the restroom, okay? So here's what I got. Yes, I finally have it. So you know that I'm on break and I'm coming back to play the game in a bit. All these improvements on the stream, I have them now. How nice, right? There you go. All right, guys, so I'm going to go on break to use the restroom. I'll be back in a few, and then we'll begin with Elden Ring. In the meantime, just chill. You can stare at Steve the Chair if you would like, but enjoy the quick break, and I'll be back with Elden Ring in a bit. All right? Thanks. See you in a sec.
So, guess what, guys? Phil burped twice earlier on, but I counted it once. It was actually right before the end of the stream there. I had a double burp, but I counted it once because I just thought I would get cloud mode as well there. We have a full house. We have a full house. I was a bit sneaky there, but right before Phil went and break here, I'll go back and show you guys. He had a double burp here, but I only counted it once.
I feel like the whole first 2/3 of the game was more of a cakewalk, and now we're getting to the real tough stuff at the end that's going to challenge me with this build because I don't have any health. I'm just getting smashed, right? So I hope you stick around, and if you like survival horror and you want to see the alternate creepy plot line, I hope you'll come by tonight for Alone in the Dark. If not...
So yeah, those are the 2 burps there. We got the fucking full house right there. We won bingo. The bingo prize fund has gone up. We went at 2 out of fucking 2. Bingo is a victory. I was half expecting clown mode to really kick off him, him celebrating. Hey, I got a BRB fucking thing. Didn't really happen. See, clown mode, he has to be going like full crazy for it. I feel like, and he was like half-hearted with clown mode today. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. We got the fucking full house. We're happy days.
Burger.
Whoops.
Burger.
There we go. Full house.
Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
We got the bingo win. We got the victory. We're fucking victorious and fucking hurry for that. Let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing. He's made a whole $1. Let's watch him get his arse kicked. Actually, he's probably going to win this fight. He's probably going to win this fight, I think.
Got him. Nice. I killed him with the new sword. Sweet. Sword's pretty damaging.
He got to fucking win, it looks like. He beat a boss, so, you know, well done, Phil. You fucking beat a boss.
Boss.
So, there we go. Oh, it's the boss from the video yesterday, apparently says Bjorn. Okay, cool. So Phil's got a whole $1 gain since he started playing the game. Fucking array for that. Who cares? Let's just... And the Otters. We finally have the Vancouver Otters back. Fucking long overdue. Where the fuck were you, wee bastards? I meant to be here on. They fucked the fuck off. And yeah, Will Shadow says he is beyond over-leveled. At this point, there is no challenge. Phil tried his best to state otherwise earlier on. Phil tried to say that the enemies can kill him in 1 to 2 hits, and he's not that overpowered anymore. I guess that seems to be wrong, but then again, you know what Phil's gonna be like, you know, try and fucking pretend otherwise so people will not actually be bored in his fucking streams, you know. Phil's just gonna fucking tank everything as per usual. It is what it is. Anyway guys, we won bingo. The bingo prize fund is now 100 buckaroos. Guys, thank you very much for joining me on the stream. Thank you very much for keeping writing the card. We managed to make it 2 out of 2 for bingo victories, and we are now at the $100 mark. So when we get to the end of the month, when we have the fucking marble race to determine who gets to win the bingo prize fund, somebody will be winning 3 figures at least, you know. So there we go. It's always good. And the best part is we're only 10 days into the month, you know. There's still plenty more a month to go to try and build up that bingo prize fund. But guys, that's it for today, and of course that'll be it until Friday. I'll be back on Friday for some more robust bingo antics. I do want to try and do a stream tomorrow of like Quiplash. I mean, I want... every time I want to try and do it, I'm not able to. Something gets in the way. I would like to try and do something tomorrow. I'll see if I'm able to. I'll have to wait until I get home from work, and I'll see if there's a possibility. If I can't do anything tomorrow, I will be back on Friday for some bingo antics. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Enjoy your Thursday as well, whatever you end up doing, whether I'm doing a stream or check out That Being Said or anyone else for that matter. There's a whole bunch of detractors that have been making stuff lately as well. Aviga had something in earlier on a stream, and Atlas the Bookkeeper made a video, so did Broside Phil. They've all got their own videos, their own takes on things. Look around guys, check them out, and I'd highly recommend checking out all this robust content that the detractors are making. But I am going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you, D-Dog, as well, for gifting memberships. You know, it's very kind of you. I need to add them before the very end as well. It's a race. I'm a race against time, against the outro, to try and get them added to the fucking list. But hopefully I can win that wee race. But guys, thank you once again. I'm going to end how it all ends. Point at today's PIG contributions made by supremely talented Pixar Animations. But until then, I'll see you all on Friday, if not tomorrow. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah.
These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.